That was pretty epic. That was pretty epic. I see your face. That was pretty nice.
Dude, that was pretty epic. But let me say something to you, all right? Bro, you gonna make me take that 8-hour drive, all right? I see you right at Sherrod Beaches. Oh man.
Jeff is Family Guy today. Look at this.
Right? Look at Jeff.
Look at Jeff. Well, hey, hello. How's everybody doing on this wonderful Thursday afternoon or evening for us? I don't know where you are, and I don't know what time it is, but thanks for joining us. We've got a crazy show today. It's going to be wonderful.
So you're now live on YouTube. Okay. Millions of people can be watching you on YouTube with me.
4.3 million exactly right now.
4.3 million people are watching us at the moment.
His dad's like, whatever, jackass. Awesome. Well, hey,
Mummy will be back in an hour. Then we can get Mummy on the show.
We will do that for sure. I would love to sit here and go around the horn like we normally do, but I don't want to waste much time because we have a first. We have guests that are waiting to come on the show right now. First off, the first person that reached out to us last week, you guys may see him doing the rounds on Twitter, on the social media scene. He is joining us from his iPhone right now. You might know him as Cult of Stadia.
Cult of Stadia!
Yes! How's it going, sir?
Muted.
Are you muted?
Yeah. Just hit the little button.
On your phone, maybe. That's okay.
Hey, you should have seen me the other day.
No, that's all right. While you sort that out, I'm going to bring in our next guest because this is somebody that started some shit this week, and I had to get him on the show. You guys know who it is. It's Foremost. I call him Jay.
Hello.
I call him Jay.
What's up?
Repeat guest. He's here for the second time. That's right.
So he's tied with Stadia. Tied with Dave.
He's tied with Dave. That's right.
Codex Entertainment.
Right. Cult of Stadia, when you get that sorted, just start talking and then we'll hear you because I can't hear you right now. But we should be able to hear you soon. So, guys, now I will go ahead and say, how are you all doing? I'm going to start with our guest first, Cowboy, because I've talked to you too much this week already. So Jay, how you doing, my man?
Well, I'm in now, as you can see. Currently waiting on some food.
Mm-hmm.
So if I do disappear for a few minutes, I'm sorry. Waiting on some food, chilling, playing games. Probably going to play some Far Cry 6 later.
Okay.
Yeah. It's been fun. Yeah.
Interesting. You're enjoying Far Cry 6, I take it?
I am. It was kind of really, really bad at the start, kind of jittery. And then I refunded it, and then I was like, okay, I don't want to buy it, so I'm just going to sub to Ubisoft Plus again.
Oh,
so
you sucker.
I did that. Yeah, so I've been
sucker.
playing it, and I'm actually really enjoying it now.
Excellent.
So that's nice.
Excellent. Okay. Cult of Stadia is probably going to rejoin in a little bit, so let's just keep moving around. Jeffy, you and Pops, let us know what's going on in your world. You just had Thanksgiving.
We did. We just had Canadian Thanksgiving the other day. Mom and Dad came out to my place on Saturday, and then I was doing a festival on the actual Canada Day. Spent Sunday setting up, which is why I was MIA for most of the weekend, and I missed my Stadia Bash stream on Monday because the fireworks I posted the next day. Fireworks launched, and then we were packing up, and I just couldn't do multiple things. They launched because it was dark. We launched the fireworks before I thought we were. So
nice.
Yeah. So
I gotta ask this question because it's on my mind real quick. As a spry 32-year-old man, Jeff, how do your parents feel about your video gaming?
I don't think he knows I play video games. I'm not sure he knows what video games are.
Did you just say spry 32-year-old?
That's exactly what I said.
Speechless.
32 years past the legal drinking age.
I'm not sure what he knows, if he knows what YouTube is,
Hey,
but I'll show this to him later on YouTube.
Okay.
Jeff, I got a question for you. Why did you take the comments off for that video?
I did?
Jeffy,
I wrote you
noob.
in the thing. I said, dude, why'd you have the comments off in that video?
You're noobing it up.
Because I uploaded it from my phone. I didn't know it. I didn't do that on purpose. News to me.
Okay.
Yes, you did. You
wrote
did
me
it on
where?
purpose.
That's
You
right.
wrote me where?
On,
He wrote you on
in our
Twitter.
chat.
Oh, did you?
Oh yeah, you did in the chat.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh,
Yeah, in the chat.
all
Said,
right.
yeah.
I don't know.
Well, cool. Cowboy,
I'll go fix it.
it's your turn. Let's make it quick though, okay? I don't have 37 minutes to listen to all your shows.
All right. You guys, you already know me, but I'm here to just do me as usual. And the cool thing is, we got a little loser down there in the corner. Oh, that decided to join, and I was trolling him on Twitter. So I'm glad you joined because it ain't gonna
That's what I was
stop.
talking about.
Okay, Cowboy, I just
More
want to
like-
let you know, you call me loser again, I'm going to start hopping into games with you, and then I'm going to put you to shame. Okay? So just
Got to learn how to do this.
keep that in mind.
Wait. This is coming from the same guy that told me how great he was in Destiny, and then you join, and we get destroyed because of you.
Hey, Cowboy, okay, do you want to remind me how we were doing the game over and who got to the final rounds with Ryzak? I just remind me because last time I heard you sucked and you fell out and I beat you.
Wait, but nothing. I don't. Oh, you talking about that little BS tournament he was doing where he screwed me over? Yeah, you're right.
No, that just means you're bad. I'm sorry.
Well, all I know is you and me was on teams, and you wasn't holding your weight. That's all I know. And all I know is this: out of everybody I know in the stadium community, one thing I can say for sure is my guy Foremost don't play. You will listen, but then I see on Twitter, I think I'm taking a break. I needed a.
I was backing away. I never said I was going to stop tweeting.
What happened?
I never said I was going to stop tweeting. I just said I was backing away for a little while.
No,
we're gonna hold on.
Hold on.
We're gonna get into that.
No break for most gaming. All right. Listen, all the people I done met since I've been doing this thing, foremost, you got the biggest balls. So it bothers me to see you getting broken, man.
Hey, well, we're gonna get into it. Don't worry. But let's try to bring him back again because I've got Cult of Stadia sitting right here. Can we hear you now?
I don't know. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yay.
There he is.
All right.
Look at
had
you.
to go grab the 12-year-old's gear. You know, he's got better gear than me, of course.
Hey, my kid's got better gear than me too. Don't worry about it. How are you, sir? How are you?
Pretty good. So you guys might be wanting like the quick version of my Stadia story. That's kind of it. My kid is a big console kid, big PS4 kid, a big Stadia hater. Although yesterday I got him to admit that the controller feels good in his hands.
The small victories.
That's step one of conversion.
Yeah.
That's right. It feels good in his hands.
So, Colt, let me ask you this: is this the first Stadia show you've been on?
Yes. Yeah, I'm total virgin. So, yeah.
That's really cool. Number one, because the one thing that I think I've started to notice about you is you are becoming one of those people throughout social media that's really promoting and giving a good name to what's going on.
I have a term for that. Can you call him rightfully?
Go ahead. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's called a community champion, baby.
Oh, there you go. Community champion.
Has been hitting the ground running, man. He retweets. He make these posts.
Yep.
He's helping build this community brick by brick. Yep. You, sir, are a community champion.
He does more than you, Cowboy.
Whatever. I helped tear it down, but he helps build it back up.
Yeah, no. I mean, I was thankful that you reached out and asked if you could be a part of it. You know, we love bringing people in and having great conversation. And I feel like that's exactly what we're going to do today. So thanks for reaching out and thanks for working with us to try to get on the stream and giving it a second shot. I know you jumped off and then jumped back in. So it showed good determination there. I like it. So that's fantastic.
Man. And you know what's cool is I think people who aren't content creators, I don't know if you will eventually, but you guys' voice is super important, right? And I think it's cool to have, community champions like Mr. 1030. He doesn't care to do streaming or anything, but man, he promotes so much. You guys your voice is big because we might be like a face, and you know we're animated. Well, I'm animated, blah blah blah. But you guys are literally like you know we're all a community, but it's great to hear from some of the people that we don't see all the time. You know,
Yep.
and sometimes it feel like,
Yeah.
oh, it's only those guys that play Stadia or this and that. But no, it's like an army of us, man. So it's great when we get the people and put faces. Like to now when you see Coda Stadia comment, it's like, yeah, you know, it's cool, man. I'm excited.
Why you
Yeah.
holding up 5 fingers, Jeff? I can't hear you. You taking a 5-minute break? Oh, you got no sound.
This guy, we can't take
Is that
Jeff
how many?
anywhere.
Is that how many beers you have left?
I don't know what that is.
I wanted
Foremost
to-
is getting food.
I
Go ahead.
I'm getting ready to go to work, but I did want to pop in. Just I didn't want to
Yeah.
come off too kumbaya, but kind of a lot of what Cowboy was saying.
That works.
I just think that, like he said, champion, community champion. I think super fan. I mean, I'm also a Howard Stern fan. The fans can bring a lot to these shows. I just wanted to pop on. I wanted to pop on and say that all these shows, we're really blessed in the community with a lot of really interesting content creators. Okay, guys like Sonny, guys like Cowboy, guys like MM2K, guys like Ryzak, guys like Jeff. I mean, just all these guys, Vet Cloud Gaming, everybody's got really interesting voices and personalities, and the fans do as well. And you know, the reason I really loved you guys' show is because you've got this crossover, different content creators working together. To me, that's the future of this platform. This platform is going to take off once Google integrates with YouTube, and all these content creators get their voices heard, and all hang out together like you guys do.
Yeah.
Let
No,
me
I think,
ask you this before you go. Hold on real quick, Ryzak. Let's put a spotlight on
Oh,
this
I'm
guy
not
because he
go-
said he got to go.
You
So,
say it's not leaving yet.
oh, okay.
Not just-
Man is
Well,
just assuming. Jesus.
Well, let me ask you this: how did you get into Stadia? I want to hear this.
It's like a spotlight.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the quick version of that. The quick version is I really got into the Chromecast. I'm a big movie buff, big music buff. So my journalism end on Twitter, if you saw that I used to run a webpage. So I interviewed rock bands and musicians and also film people and stuff, but not gaming anything. So this is I'm coming back to gaming after many years. I got a son, like I said, that's a huge gamer, but it was the Chromecast, going back to that. So the Chromecast, as a movie fan, I looked at it as a great way to aggregate my collection. And I know, Cowboy, you're a big movie guy too.
Yeah, man.
I like to own my movies, and Google is the way I owned my movies. They've never done me wrong. And then I got the Chromecast, and you know, you can kind of fill in the blanks where that went.
So the Chromecast Ultra?
It was an amazing, yeah.
Okay.
No, the Chromecast with Google TV, yeah,
With
the new
Google
one.
TV.
Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah, so that just came out not that long ago. So
Yep.
I guess you were on there, and then what? It showed you that,
Not
hey,
that-
there's a thing called Stadia?
Well, first of all, basically what I'm doing right now for Stadia, the pumping, I was doing that for Chromecast last year, or in the past 6 months. I was basically telling anybody, you know, I'm almost like the Jehovah's Witness cult of Stadia.
I love it. I love it.
Of the Chromecast, and I was doing that for Chromecast. Yeah, and now the second Stadia I found out about it, I was just like, what? It blew my mind. It's just another. It's, to me now, it's the reason to have a Chromecast. But I still think the Chromecast is a really cool aggregation tool and just a really cool device. But but Stadia is just something else. It's something else. And like I said, when they get YouTube integration and content creators on board and all this, it's gonna be mind blowing for people.
Man, that is awesome. So you just came out of nowhere, like you just got the Chromecast. You were like, "What's this Stadia stuff? Oh, this is actually pretty sweet." Now you're playing games again. Look at what it's done. You know,
dude, that is a story.
It's yeah, and I'm getting ready to go to my other job. So I work in education during the day, and then I don't know if you can see my shirt. Real quick product promo
Yeah,
for a
nice.
Midwest pizza chain.
I thought that was the Cobra Kai symbol. I thought that was Cobra Kai symbol. I thought you was about to,
No, but that's a cool show. So I'm driving around and I'm making that stadium money, delivering pizzas. That's for real. That's the real talk. Since I joined in July, I think I've got 118 games.
That's awesome.
Wow. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
What's your favorite one to play so far?
My favorite game is Streets of Rage 4.
There you go, cowboy. Look
Streets
at
of
you.
Rage 4 by far.
Dude, so I was not that long ago, whatever show I did, man, I do so many shows, but somebody said, so what are you playing recently? And I said, my main game is Marvel Avengers, but whenever I go somewhere, I always play Streets of Rage 4. Like, I'm still trying to unlock all the characters, and people are like, oh, the touch controls are bad. I'm like, no, there's certain games and Streets of Rage is perfect for the touch controls. Like, I play it all the time. Yeah.
I didn't even think of it until you mentioned it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anthony, I understand that you're lonely, but now you have a new friend that you can play Streets of Rage.
Now I have a new friend I can play Streets of Rage with. Yep.
I need to buy that game. Actually, it looks fun.
It's basically it's one of the only games I'm capable of playing. I suck at games horribly. That's the other end of my story. I'm just terrible at games. I pop into. I think I've made it pretty obvious on Twitter. I'm terrible at Far Cry, Part 5, Part 6.
Hold on.
Doesn't matter. I just die.
I have a question.
Along with somebody else.
All right, what's your question, Jeff?
Oh, you can hear me good. Does his name follow the official standards as published by Stadia?
Oh my God.
You had to take it there, didn't you, Jeff?
I did. Do I need to? I got my phone. Do I need to report him? Does he follow the official? Does he follow the official?
The only thing that would make it worse is if he changes it to Cult of Cloud.
Oh my God! Don't do that. Jeff, so Stadia,
okay, I do. I have to.
You got a Jeff?
I was just gonna say I do have to pop off for a minute, but the reason I love Jeff is because he's gonna say the most messed up thing in the room.
Yes. See, and it used to be me. So thank you, Jeff.
With that, he just left.
I was saying with that, he's out. So,
oh man, that's great.
Jay,
Sorry,
what are you doing farting and belching with
your
camera off? Metal Wolf is not very happy with you right now.
He's eating, man.
Mm-hmm. Yep, there it is. They got you. You
man, I'm hungry. I'm eating.
No, yes, man. Yeah. If somebody wasn't eating.
My wife is going to get McDonald's, so in a little bit I'll be.
And he came back just like that, Jeff. He wasn't done messing with you.
I'm eating, okay?
All right, well, go eat. Go eat. I don't want you to starve yourself. You worked like an all-night shift, so.
Hell yeah, man! I worked 1 to 9 a.m. and now it's almost 3 a.m.
Yeah, well, that's what time the corners are hot, right?
Wow. Okay, before I put my camera off again, I'm still here and I'm still listening. Okay.
We heard you burp.
Cowboy, I'm only here because you need to follow Isaac's example and ask people nicely.
See?
Okay? You ask people nicely, they will come. Okay?
I'm gonna tell you.
So
listen,
you gotta learn how to be nice.
Let me ask you a question. Back in the day with the Romans, did they ask nicely? No. They kicked that door in and they dragged people out in the streets. Okay?
I think they started asking nice, and then when it didn't work, then they kicked the doors in.
Well, yeah, they started asking nice, and then people didn't want to follow orders.
And you know what happens when you act nice? You have people writing little posts on Twitter talking about, I'm taking a break. They're breaking me, man.
Cowboy hide in horses? Didn't they hide in horses?
Dang, they did hide in horses. That's right.
Cowboy, I will embarrass you.
That was the. Who was that? Was that the Greeks?
That was the Greeks.
My
the Trojan. It's called the Trojan War, but the Trojans weren't real. It was just called the Trojan horse.
It was the Trojan horse. That was the Trojan. There you go.
You need to learn your history.
It was the football team from the University of Southern California.
I'm the oldest guy in this panel, and history was. I have been out of school for a very long time.
Did you say you're the oldest guy on this panel?
Excuse me?
I am.
Yeah, Jeff.
You just said Jeff was 32. You just said Jeff was 32.
You said
no, correction. He's guy,
They're like Benjamin Button over there. They're aging backwards.
You people in your 40s think you're
I
I'm
don't
not
know what
even
that feels
40.
like,
I'm not
Jeff.
even 30. I'm reaching 30.
94.
How about
No
94?
way.
94 right here.
I wrote 2 books of my, my life actually in the Hamilton
Oh
area.
my goodness, that's fantastic. How the heck could he
94.
put up with you for 94 years?
40
Jeff?
years at Stelco.
They're American. They know what that is. They want to know how you put up with me all these years.
Oh, I see. Well, he wasn't always near me. He was always somewhere else. Just like you fellas are apart a bit.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
That's
Jeff
why
brings us lots
can
of
insult
entertainment.
Each other. You're far
Martin,
enough
you should
apart.
you should be very proud of your son. He is a wonderful gentleman, and he has become one of our really good friends. So
Yes.
He's
thank
lying.
Well,
He's lying.
He's
we
lying.
have-
He's
we
just
have
straight
3
lying.
sons, so it works out good.
you. Good.
I'm never going
Good.
to call Jeff.
That's
a
for my
wonderful
wife. She
gentleman.
wanted a girl.
Well, you got one right beside you. Sorry, Jeff. I'll be nice in front of you, Pops.
Did you see one of the posts I made yesterday where I commented on somebody's post?
I see a lot of posts where you comment on somebody's post. Which one are
Yeah,
you talking about?
Somebody had posted a picture of an old Easy Bake Oven and asked who had one. And I commented on the post and said, I did. Actually,
I
I
did.
retweeted, commented, and said I did.
I did see that. I did. So I had an Easy Bake Oven. I also had that Snoopy slushy machine.
Jeff, you remind me of an Easy Bake Oven.
Thanks.
No
Well,
problem.
look, I don't.
Except you came out a little bit burnt. So
I don't want to waste Cowboys ammunition here. I told them that we would get to it. So we gonna get to it. Foremost,
Let's do it.
Jay, you better bring yourself back on here right now.
oh my God, what? I'm eating. What?
Because this is about to happen as soon as I can find it. There it is.
You're slow.
Oh, that's Cult of Stadia. That's not you. Whoops.
I thought you
Hold
said
on.
you had it.
I did, and then I looked up Cult of Stadia real quick.
Such a
Hold
noob.
on. I am a noob, Jeff. It's okay.
Jeff, I know you're not talking.
And Ray, I'm a equal opportunity troll. I don't just troll you, I troll others.
This is true.
Anthony, would you like to narrate this tweet for us?
Here, let me look at it on my screen in
There you
front of
go.
me.
Why do you have a webcam and then you got to use your phone to look at other stuff?
Because it's bigger in front of me. I could pull this up to my face where it's. Notice I sit far back away from my camera.
You could just not be blind. I mean, that works too. but-
He sits back because it makes
He's
him
a
feel
dude.
bigger on screen.
Yeah, I like to
Oh,
sit
wow.
back so people can see the gun. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so small.
gun show.
So small man, but big energy, like
Yeah.
the Chihuahua.
I
or
just-
the
I
Paul
really-
Park in the
I
way.
really just want you to narrate this tweet for me. Can we make this
All right,
happen?
so the tweet was from Peter Cottontail.
Mhm.
He said,
Yep.
taking a break from Stadia community. Can't deal with the constant narrow-mindedness. Back to my games, I therefore goeth to my cave and tunnel. That was a riveting explanation of what they call a Mitch by Peter Cottontail.
I feel like you don't know what half of those words mean.
I feel like,
He was in drama in high school.
hey,
Not
listen,
that he
man,
was in
told
it.
me
He
to-
brought it. He
so-
always brought the
Yeah,
drama.
I did, definitely. He told me to narrate it.
Well,
So-
you are a horrible drama teacher. I just want to let you know that.
Ouch.
well, can you explain to us what is this about, man? Because you came on a show, so now we're asking questions. So what exactly happened?
I'm just tired, dude. Like, I never said I was gonna leave the community, but like, you have all these people, and I've been talking about this. You have all of these people saying, okay, these games aren't coming to Stadia. Back for Blood's not coming to Stadia. Blah 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 blah. Okay, whatever. Because Back for Blood's beta, or no, not even their beta. Their alpha didn't start until like I think late 2019. Their alpha had already started before Stadia was even Project Stream, so they were in development already long before that. So I've been trying to say that it sucks, but Stadia is going to be playing catch up on games, and I'm not trying to make excuses for them. But all of these games that are coming out now, Stadia is not going to get until later because Stadia wasn't in anyone's mind or workable state when these games are already in development. So that's why I'm not stressing about it. And clearly, games are still coming. And two, even though the tweet is now deleted, Stadia before had mentioned that they were open to mod support. And now you have Farming Simulator Twitter saying that they're working on it. Then the tweet got deleted, which means Google probably told them to shut up, which would be cool if Stadia does get mod support.
But then it might turn into a PC and it'll be all this cheating going on.
It basically is a PC, more or less, except like it operates in the cloud.
Isn't Heist Simulator coming?
Yeah, Heist Simulator is also coming. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you guys saw Adam Original Penguin's tweet earlier. I want to say it was today, maybe it was yesterday, but Farming Simulator had said the devs had put out a tweet saying that they were working on some mods, and then they quickly deleted it.
That's what I just said.
That's what he just said.
Right you said the Farming Simulator thing? I zoned out there for a minute because all I heard was you just like, rambling, and I got bored.
Wow. So you decide to pull the tweet up. Then you decide to drown it out. You know what, right, Zach?
Oh,
you know what?
Here's my
It's been a long day.
Here's my problem with this story, bro. Can you get to the reason of you leaving the community?
I'm just
leaving the community.
I never said I was leaving the community. I just said I'm tired of the constant bitching about the video games, and I'm going back to my games.
I did appreciate your tweet of flags today. I thought that was funny.
Yeah, people.
Okay, so the word leaving and taking a break from, can you see the contrast there a little bit?
No, I can't, Cowboy. You're the only one making a contrast in that. If I said I was leaving,
taking a break from the Stadia community, substitute with leaving the Stadia community. I mean, same.
Who's substituting tweets? Why are you substituting tweets?
I'm substituting your word.
You're substituting words, so you're making things up.
Well,
is what it is.
Let me just say this, okay? Jay, you're my guy, right? All right. That's why I brought you onto the show twice, and none of these other guys have brought you onto the show once. So let's make that clear right now. Number one, You're my Rocket League dude for life because we're the only people on the planet that seem to like Rocket League. Number two, I've been in many Twitter battles with people that are even outside of this community that you have come to my defense. You constantly repost all of our stuff. You are also a community champion. And if you need a freaking break, man, you take that freaking break. But I want you to do me a favor. I want you to hurry up and get that break over with and get your ass back in the saddle because we need you.
Damn. Okay. I'm sorry.
All right.
Well, you know what the thing is, though? So there's not many people I feel that, how do I say this? I don't want to say it the wrong way, but I want to say match my energy in the point where they really don't care, right? Mm-hmm. A lot of people, some people have sympathy and they feel, they care a lot. And I'm not gonna say I don't care, but I don't care about a lot. I'm just more like, listen, man, it is what it is. And Foremost is one of those guys. I watch him on Twitter. I'm like, yo, this guy. So it just hurts me a little bit when I hear him saying, I need to take a break. I'm like, damn, I ain't see that coming from that dude. But that's all.
Yep.
But I guess he's human.
I don't see a lot of things coming from you, but it happens anyway. So.
Well, listen, just so you know, man, I'm a fan of yours, man. I appreciate you defend Stadia in a way you don't have to, but you defend it's like I say, I defend my platform of choice, but I defend what bothers me. And I don't pick fights, but I will clearly say when I see something stupid or a blatant lie, then I'm going to be on the attack. I'm not going to lie, right? But some stuff I just sit back, not worth my energy. But I look and see you, and you just don't play around. You let people have it, and you don't hold back. And I'm like, you know what? If everybody was like that, it wouldn't be a good world. But it's not bad to have a couple of vigilantes running around. And I look at you as a, vigilante.
He appreciates you on Twitter. He does not appreciate your Destiny 2 gameplay.
No, he sucked. And I was talking a lot of trash and how, well, first of all, they was talking trash. So he goes and say, I'll beat all of y'all by myself. I'm like, oh, I got to get him on my team. He just say, he'll beat all of us. I get him on my team. Now, we did win one match. And I carried him. But then the next match, I was like, dude, you killed like 3 people. What are you doing?
Hey, Cowboy.
I'm just saying.
You remember when we were playing
Jeff,
Wave
don't fall
Break?
asleep.
You remember when we were playing Wave Break and you just couldn't kill anybody and you kept saying, where did that come from? What the hell happened? And I kept killing you. And then you didn't make it to the final round and you were talking a lot of shit during Farmer Man. Yeah. So.
But here's my thing, right?
Going in on you.
You were talking all that smack. And knowing that, dude, this was me against PlayStation and Xbox guys. This was a big deal. Come on, man. They try to make Stadia look bad. If you know you don't play the game, you should have been like, but I can see you be like, Cowboy, pick me, I'll play. And I'll be like, all right, cool. But you was like, I'll beat you Cowboy, I'll beat you and all of them bums by myself. I'm like, oh, he must be good. No. That's all I'm saying.
Do you want to have a 1v1?
For what? You're trash. I ain't wasting my time.
Man,
see, that just means that you're afraid. And
afraid of the guy who needs a break? I don't do that over here, bro. Nah.
Hey, Cowboy.
All right, I'm done.
Where's your bowl of cereal? Because you need to eat because you're talking too much.
Dang.
I'm done. Anyway.
Hey, hold on. I got to get Jeff woken up here. This ain't looking good. Jeff, I got a topic for you real quick. And then Anthony, I'll let you take the next one, okay? Because Jeff is about to fall asleep. He's back at his parents' house. He's comfortable on the couch.
Right.
And he's dozing off. He's got his 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock nap going on.
What do you got, a Snuggie on? Is that a Snuggie?
I don't know what. No, I think it's just a sweater. He's just he dressed up for his folks.
All right, Jeff. We even took the headset off.
Jeff, Anthony, you might want to close your ears. We're talking sports for a minute, and I know you don't do
sports ball. Sports ball.
Jeff, what do you you don't like the EA game here, Madden 22, and I know that you probably have some opinions about what has gone down with Jeff Gruden, but that's for another time. My question to you is, what do you think about this right here?
Why does it take them weeks?
Bro, are you serious? Is that your reply?
Yeah. Why does it take them weeks?
I mean, he's not wrong. Why does it take them weeks if it's just
because it's called video games.
They don't have to wait for a full title update. They could push out an update very quickly. They could change the image. They could have had it done in a normal company could do it in a matter of hours and it would be done.
Have you played video games before? Because I don't think video games has been doing that.
Well, they said it's a generic likeness, so they probably could use any kind of stock template that they have to make it because it's a generic likeness. So Cowboy, Jeff is right. I don't even really like sports that much, but like Jeff is right. I mean,
I'm just saying, this is what I'm saying. Jeff has a point. But what I'm saying is it's gaming. Gaming in the last, I'll say, maybe 7-8 years has been pretty poor, man. They put out games that's not finished and just kind of finish them when the fans get pissed off. So, I mean,
Jeff, the reason I wanted to ask you about this is because I jumped on to Cowboy stream last night, late towards the end, and he was on there with ISO Motion Gaming. You've probably seen him on one of Anthony's streams before.
Well, technically, he didn't see him.
Well, that's true too. You would have if you came last night. He actually did show his face and his dogs, so that was pretty sweet. But we got talking about this, and I know this is a topic that you've discussed on some of your other shows you've been on before about. Why aren't they just putting the same game and then updating it year after year? Why are we buying the same copy over and over and over? Right. If they were to do, and I made the example of, again, sorry, everybody, but Rocket League, right? Rocket League's been out since 2015. They continue to add to the game. They continue to add cars. They do events. They constantly are updating things and changing, and if all of these sports games, not just Madden, was to do that, this would be one of those changes that they could just do on the fly, right? They could just put out an update and they could change it. You don't need to buy a whole new disc or do a whole new download, every year in order to do that, unless something is changing in the game. And I brought up how Ray had tagged me in some NHL 22 gameplay on PS5, which, by the way, it looks amazing. Ray, that was awesome, other than the fact that you cheated and you're trying to score on the Hurricanes, and that really won't happen in real life. But they a couple years ago or last year's game, they had added in a new move to the game, right? The lacrosse goal where you're behind the net, you get the puck on the stick and you can wrap it around. Andrei Svechnikov of the Hurricanes did that, first one to do it in an NHL game. So that's something that is added to the game, right? That makes the gameplay different. But something like this, to your point, Jeff, should not take a couple weeks to take down, I don't think. And if they had like a live service game, they'd be able to pick that in and out, change things how they do. I've talked quite a few times about how I was really big into WoW for a while. Every Tuesday, you got a WoW update. Doesn't matter how big or how small. It was every Tuesday at the same time, you got a WoW update.
You know why? Because you was paying $15 a month.
Dude, damn right I was.
Now, when there's one and done games, they're like, we get to it when we get to it. You already paid your money. Yeah, do that when a game you paying monthly.
That reminds me, I'm about ready to resub to Final Fantasy 14 because the next expansion is coming out, and I'm like itching to play. Speaking of subs, also the answer to the question why it's taking so long is because it's EA. Okay, and everybody knows EA is a greedy company, and they suck, but everybody keeps buying their games anyway, unfortunately.
Yeah,
so it's like, I don't know, bro. I think it's just EA in general, just like there's another thing going on where EA said that they're going to remove FIFA, or they're changing the FIFA name or whatever, because FIFA supposedly wants $1 billion a year, or $1 billion every 4 years for them to keep the FIFA name. And I'm like, what the hell?
I have a question for the three of you.
Okay.
I'm not answering it.
And
yes,
you can apply this to your favorite game. Let's say Rocket League was coming out with again, you talked about that lacrosse thing. Let's say they were putting something similar into Rocket League.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's say that they were coming out with in Marvel Avengers. Let's say they were coming out with what's the new one with the guy that was on Schitt's Creek?
Yeah, that narrows it down.
That really narrows it down. Great job, Jeff.
The last
Just
one.
say the Black Panther deal.
No,
Black Panther.
No. What's the one that's just out now? That's in the theaters now.
Far Cry?
Huh?
Oh no, he's talking about Shang-Chi.
Yeah. What's the character's name?
Shang-Chi.
Okay. So let's say they were coming out with a special Shang-Chi player. Okay. And foremost, I don't know what your favorite game is, but let's just for the sake of, and this would never happen because they're
Rocket
awesome.
League.
But let's say Killer Queen Black was coming out with a brand new map. Okay. They said it's coming out.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be out November 1st. I'm just making shit up at this point, right?
We know.
But then let's say they said to certain people, hey, you're a content creator. We like you. We'll give you the update early so nobody else will have it, but you can have it so you can make content and you can show off this new player, this new mode, this new something, but not to everybody, only to certain hand-picked people.
I mean, that's an impossible situation. It's either you do.
Go ahead, let him go. Hold on, I want to see where this is going. So, okay, go ahead.
Right? So,
I'll bite.
How would you feel if you were not and you couldn't play that mode, but only certain hand-picked? So they said, Ray, we're going to give you this new character in Marvel Avengers for you to stream and make content about it. Everybody else, no one else gets it. You can have it, Ray. And no one else can get it till November 1st, but Ray can have it earlier so he can make content.
Could I answer?
Is that
fair? Let me answer. I don't know if you heard of this thing before, but you ever heard of an alpha and a closed beta? Because that's exactly what you just explained. Specific people are privy to stuff and games before everybody else.
No, but it's not a new game. It's a current current game that's in the market that everybody's playing. This is a new feature they're adding into it's not a beta. It's not a new game. It's not like Riders Republic. They did an open beta and select people. I used your game specifically, so it's a special character that's coming to Marvel Avengers November 1st. But they gave it to Ray ahead of time.
See, me personally, I don't. It's just the way I am. I don't cry over spilled milk. I've learned that I don't allow things to upset me that I can't control. So that's just me. I would look at it as, I'll take it as a beta or alpha. They gave it to certain people specifically so they could play it and hype it up. And would it be cool if I was one of those people? Sure. Look how many times you and Ryzak got a beta or a demo, and because I don't like to download, I said, so for me, that's a hard question because it wouldn't bother me. So, but if somebody else want to answer it,
the question is it fair that only certain people could get it?
I guess, yeah. If it's a promotional thing, if they're just doing it to hype it up, if they went to specific people and said, "Hey, we're going to give you this," and so you could stream it and hype it up, I guess if that's what it was for.
The reason I asked you the question about the Madden thing, and I'm glad that you brought up why is it going to take 2 weeks. Let me show you this story that unfolded on Twitter just yesterday.
And you're not going to answer Jeff's question?
You kind of answered it for me.
Yeah.
I actually agree with Cowboy on this one. Nobody clip that, please. Nobody clip that. Ninja Guy X here. The game The Falconeer out on Stadia. He went ahead and he tweeted at Stadia and he tweeted at the dev. There's a glitch on the Falconeer Stadia version where he's not getting enough experience. Your kill count is always at 0. I'm now in the 3rd chapter and only at level 2, while the recommended is 8 to 14. He posted a Stadia clip from Stadia right to his Twitter, right? This guy here is the dev for the Falconeer. Right away, he said, well, I guess this wasn't yesterday, it was 3 days ago, but he said, let me take a look into that, right? Then he follows it up by working on it. Can report it's not an outright error, which makes it more difficult to pinpoint, but it's reproduced and being worked on. Thanks for reporting, right? Cool. So then you get Michael Perkins here. He does this cool thing. Thanks for the quick response, shows that he's purchased the game. He comes back, thanks, man. Hope you enjoy it. This is a day later, and I appreciate the support behind this game. Keeps me busy making art. Ninja Guy goes, thanks, I finished it on easy mode in the morning at level 6. Now I'm starting on hardcore. So then he follows right up. He says, great to hear that. Good news on the fix as well. Found it, fixed it, and has been tested and is inbound. This is the first patch for Stadia ever for me and the porting expert. So not sure how long the delivery will be, but inbound for sure. 1 day turnaround, Jeff.
Awesome.
That's fantastic.
Awesome.
And so you're a huge company like EA with this massive game in Madden, and you're going to say 2 weeks. Why?
Yeah, there is no reason. There's another football game that I do play that's not made by EA, and I had an issue, and I was in their Discord, and the president of the company said, if you got a bug, let me know. And I said, this is something that happened to me. And he went and he tried it in not the production version, but the upcoming release. And it wasn't there. And then he went back into the current production, replicated my problem, came back to me and said, yep, replicated in what's out there. Have fixed it. It is in our notes. And then when the new update came out, it was in fact. And that was all the same day. Within a few hours, He got back to me. So they can do it.
Did you feel special?
No, because he responded to a bunch of people, but he responded and they fixed it. I think they already knew about it by the time I got to it. So I think someone else may have already reported it or whatever. But he got back to me, and it doesn't matter how big or small. I would expect more from a bigger company because they have
more people working on it, right?
You would have more people on
more resources.
Right? But there are certain companies, they don't care about their customers.
Well, and it just goes to show with him as being a one-man show, look at the heart that he has for his product.
That's cool.
So I don't know.
It almost made me want to buy the game, man.
Yeah, I don't know if he'll ever see this, but at Falconeer Dev, Tomas Sala, kudos to you, man. That is freaking awesome.
Well, here's what's crazy. I
am now more likely to buy the game because, as I've said before, I only have limited dollars. I don't have 118, or I can't buy every game. But you know what?
Yes,
I may now buy that game because I now know he's one man. I didn't know if I knew that before. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. I don't remember. Right? I would much rather give him my $80 or my $60 or whatever it costs than give it to the two-lettered company.
Right.
Yeah.
So here, I'll say this, Jeff. So I asked, John Scars, he plays everything, right? So I asked him, I said, hey, what do you think of this game when he was streaming it? Because I like flight games. That's the reason why I play on Invert. So I still, to this day, play every game on Invert. So I was like, man, I haven't played a flight game in a long time. So I was thinking of this or the game coming out called Chorus, right? So this kind of makes me be like, man, that's pretty cool. I'm really not one of the people that's going to buy it because I like the dev. I just kind of feel like I'm going to buy a game because I'm interested in it.
Right.
But I was up in the air between both games. So this
make
does
a good
make
story, though.
It does make it good. It's like, dude,
Right.
this is kind of cool. They kind of like my heart of hearts is like, maybe I should just buy both games. I don't know. I have this also, but I am a one and done guy. I'm the guy
You
that's
have
like,
a heart, Cowboy?
no, but
It's black.
Black and cold.
I do got a heart, man. Y'all stop. Don't listen to my wife when she says I'm not human and all that.
Jay,
stuff.
what do you think about that? What do you think about that tweet, man? Because I know that you tend to put stuff out like this too. Does that make you feel good, or does it not matter?
It makes me feel good that it proves everybody wrong when they say that devs don't care about Stadia, because you have a dev that clearly cares. Plus,
Right.
there's multiple people and other devs, and I dropped my phone, and other devs that clearly say, yeah, we care. Just because they're not saying anything
Right.
doesn't mean they're not in communication. And that pisses me off, because I don't know where this focus came from of they aren't saying anything, so nothing is happening. And I'm like,
Right.
I'm really lost. But yeah, it's really good that he has such a fast turnaround in terms of responding and getting questions answered.
If I went further along in the tweet, I mean, he elaborates a little bit more, and he's like, I wouldn't be able to stand if I knew there was something wrong and I didn't fix it. Like he went that far into that.
Well, I'm surprised you guys didn't bring
got
up,
you,
if we talking about stuff. Hold on, Jeff. Let me get to you real quick. I'm surprised you guys didn't bring up Outriders if we talking about stuff not being fixed.
Don't even, bro. They're going on almost a year. I don't even want to talk about Outriders.
But they got a date, though. It's next month. They're going to be.
In follow-up to this, though, I think after the show, I may go ahead and send him a message to ask this question. I don't know if he'll be able to tell me or not with NDAs and stuff, but how long from the time – okay, so we know it took him about a day to find that and get his patch and send it into Google, right, or into Stadia. How long was that whole process? Like, how long did that take? Because I'm interested to see if it was different with cloud versus console. You know, obviously it has to go and has to be tested by, you know, the platform and everything else before they put it out and put that patch to release. But I just wonder if that process was easier with it being cloud. I would be interested to know that.
You know what I thought? I just thought when he did it on his end, it automatically.
Well, I think they still have to test it. They still have to make sure that it's going to work. It's not going to crash the game.
Process.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Verification.
If you look up Access Football and if you look in their chats, they released it to PC, so you had to use the bad D word if you wanted to play it. I did. That's okay, because I wanted to play it. They were trying to get it out on console, and they actually say, yeah, we sent it over to Xbox, waiting for the certification. Sent it over to PlayStation, waiting for certification. So, no, you can't just push a button and roll it out. There's a whole process that they have to go through to certify the product, right? Now, you're right, Ryzak. They probably won't tell you because of NDAs and
correct.
And
I know.
But I think you answered the question, right, Ryzak? I don't even think you need the answer to the question, because if it took them one day.
Well, it took him one day, but how long did it take their verification process? I think just to kind of put the whole timeline together, I don't know why that's interesting to me, but it is. I would like to know if that is a benefit of cloud gaming for the devs, right? Because we always hear the other side of things. We always hear what's not right about it. I just would like to see if that is a good thing.
I would have liked Ninja Guy, and I said this before, to follow the proper protocol for submitting a bug. Maybe what he did is the proper protocol. Maybe on their website it might say, if you have an issue, tweet us. You know, the guy in Access Football in his, in the Discord, it said, you got a bug, private message me. That's I followed their process. Because I said, I have an issue. What's the process? And he said, just DM me your question. And so I did. So I would have preferred, because, you know, and you probably see me comment to people where they're like, you know, how do I do this? And I send them the support link. Here you go. Tell us the case number. And a bunch of us will do the same thing. And then I look, and there is somebody in the Stadia community. He's pretty big. He's a big name. And I saw him tweet a company asking about something on Stadia, and I peeked, and they hadn't done anything in several years. And I was very disappointed in him or her because he did that. And I thought he or she should know better than to tweet a dormant Twitter account, than follow the proper protocols, find their support page, add a ticket, et cetera, et cetera.
Jeff, you can just say my name. I mean, I'm right here. Just say it to my face.
Listen, if it was me, you already know.
You don't know how to tweet people. You're like,
No.
at Ryzak at.
No, I was gonna say, if it was me, y'all would know who I was talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right.
All right, I can tell you. I can say.
Don't. I'm
that
not
is right,
you.
Wolfie.
You only say it.
He is an SPCN member too.
Ryzak said it was him.
All right, Cowboy, you had wanted to get into something, and I took one more story real quick. What is it that you want to chat about?
Let me.
We don't care. I'm just playing.
You're supposed to say it doesn't matter. Come on, man.
Get it. Gonna steal the rock. He's a rapper now, man. I don't want to mess with him. He
Rock's
might be on. He might be on your PlayStation show, brandishing weapons or something. I don't know.
Wow.
He brandishes weapons regardless of where he's at.
Yeah,
so
you didn't know the Rock is a rapper now?
No.
He just dropped a verse on what, Tech Nine's latest song.
Oh, The Rock. Actually, you know what? That song is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, The Rock is like dominating life.
Go ahead.
At 94, I'm supposed to have white hair, but it's all black.
Nice.
I used the right black shoe polish. That's what I tell everyone.
Just rubbing it in.
Yeah.
That's why I keep my cowboy hat on, so they don't see my
I'm not
bald
gonna
head.
lie. I kind of want white
So
hair.
long for now. I'm going to eat.
All right, Martin. Thank you for
All right,
dropping.
take care.
Dinner is 8 minutes away, so he's now going to get ready to eat.
If Martin ever wants to come on the show in your place, Jeff, we will consider it an upgrade.
Definitely.
Go ahead, Dan.
100%.
He wanted to say goodbye.
Gotcha.
That's
No
cool,
problem.
man.
We appreciate it.
My show yesterday, I wanted to dissect Game Pass, but we didn't get to it. So what I wanted to do today was, can we dissect subscription services, right?
Okay.
So I want to talk about this because I think Pro is pretty good, and I also like Ubisoft Plus, but I really feel that I'm not getting the value out of either one. So what I want to say is, subscriptions are people typically get subscriptions for abundance, right? You get it for not quality, but mainly for quantity. And typically subscriptions hold the purpose of, I would never buy this game, right? So we just speak about games, but I could try it on a subscription. So I was curious on you guys' feelings, because I feel like now I keep Pro specifically because I like Ryzak. You do a thing, Thursday nights throwdowns, and you a lot of times like to use games on Pro because that means more people probably own the game, right? So I think being in an ecosystem, like to do it all over again, I will always choose Pro, mainly for that point, because I know my friends are probably gonna have some games. It give me some little games I'll get to play, but there's probably only been maybe 3 games that came to Pro that I was gonna buy before I even knew they was coming to Pro.
What were they?
The last one I could think of was Grime. I was like, oh, I'm buying Grime, and I was like, oh, it's on Pro. But historically, subscription services typically are things you probably wouldn't have bought. You're just paying that monthly thing to get an abundance of stuff. What are you guys feeling on that? And do you feel that currently, because I'm saying currently, Pro and Ubisoft Plus, well, Pro, because I get to play games with my friends, which I don't do it that often, but I do. I guess the value is there. Like when Animal Rail come out, I know I'm gonna play it more, right? But Ubisoft, I'm not getting my money's worth at all. I've been paying for, I don't know, since it started. But I remember when I wanted to cancel it when Rainbow Six came out, and I was like, I'll just buy Rainbow Six and cancel it. But Ray was like, listen, you know when Riders Republic come out, you know when Extinction or Extraction, sorry, you know there's gonna be games. And I was doing the math, and I was like, yeah, I guess Ray has a point. Because if I do the math on those games and how long you stretch it out, it just makes sense, right? But so what I'm asking the panel is individually, what do you think about subscription services and the value that it gives you personally?
Jay, go.
Sorry, playing Rocket League. The easy answer.
That's my man right there.
The easy answer for that is value is based on you personally. Like, for example, Game Pass is subscription only, right? People will praise Game Pass all day long, and claim it has value, but they're only going to, how do you say it? They're only going to use it for the games they want to play, if that makes sense. Like, if Game Pass has all the games that they want to play, then they're going to say that it has value. Meanwhile, you have someone like you that probably says, okay, Ubisoft Plus isn't worth it, but probably because it doesn't have all the games that you want right now. Like, for me, I said Ubisoft Plus wasn't worth it at the time because I was only playing Assassin's Creed and I forget the other game that I was actually playing. I was only playing Assassin's Creed and Division, yeah. So I was only playing those games, so I was like, you know what? It doesn't have much value for me. I'm not going to, like, bother playing anymore. And then Far Cry 6 came along, and I was all like, okay, I don't want to buy the game again if I'm not really going to enjoy it. So I was like, okay, let me just buy Ubisoft Plus again, just to at least so I can play it. Much less Ubisoft Plus comes with the ultimate editions of all the games in the DLC. So for me, that's how I determine value, is just personal worth to you, I guess, at least when it comes to subscription services. And the fact that it comes with the ultimate edition of the game means I don't have to pay that 70 or 80 bucks for the ultimate edition of the game. I can pay $15 for the month, play the game, and then if I really felt like it, I could buy the game. But why would I need to do that if I could just pay the $15 and be done with it?
Right.
Highlight Crow's resin. Crow is my guy. First of all, you guys didn't know. Crow is my favorite person to play Marvel Avengers with. He's my guy. Although this was the first week he didn't play, but he was there in spirit. But yeah, this is awesome. He said and he's told me this before, and I'm like, wow, what a loophole. But I only sub to Pro. Thank you very much. I only sub to Pro every other month on the 15th. That way I get 2 months of Pro games for the price of 1 month. I don't have 4K monitors, so I get no other benefits. And I don't play on 4K monitors. I could, but
see, I have a 4K TV, so like that's why I also have Pro, besides like the game discounts and the game discounts and free games.
Hold the phone. Jeff, Anthony does not have his camera on.
What are you talking about?
Oh, all right.
What are you talking about?
My bad.
What are you? I'm right here. My camera is on.
My bad.
I wish it wasn't on.
It's kind of sad that burger's bigger than you, though.
Ooh. Dude, my burger was bigger than me, except my burger's finished.
Jeff, do you have an opinion on the subscription piece?
I got Pro because it came with the free games, and it's just adding to my backlog. I am debating about whether I want to spend the $20 a month on Ubisoft Plus, because I hear that Riders Republic is going to come with it. I'm disappointed that all the stuff I did and my costumes and everything I did in the beta isn't going to transfer into the live game. Quite disappointed in that.
Jeff, when does that ever happen, though? You see?
Yeah, to be fair, they don't ever.
Let me get on it real quick foremost. I love when Bill said this a long time ago. Bill from Nerd Nest, right? Stadia Cast. He said, this is what people do at Stadia. And this is what you're doing with this. They build themselves up with unrealistic expectations. When in God's heaven probably a few times did you play a beta and they allow you to keep your stuff. That just don't happen that often. There's very few times. So come on, man.
Super Animal Royale. When it comes out on Stadia, I have my super dogs.
Is that
really?
So when you did that, you played it on Steam. So that's going to be a transfer for you because you created an account within the game, right?
Yeah.
And see, that's the thing. Like with,
It doesn't matter. But even if I
again,
wasn't,
here I go with Rocket League, right? Rocket League has an Epic ID, so it doesn't matter what platform you play on because you're signing into the same in-game ID every time, right? You're not using your Xbox gamer tag for your ID or your PlayStation gamer tag.
Well, we're talking about a beta. Rocket League, I get that. He's talking about a beta, a game that's not finished. It's just something they're allowing you to mess with for a couple of days.
I understand.
Like,
I was just wondering. I was wondering how he was going to keep Super Animal Royale, and the only way that he would be able to do that is if they had an in-game ID, because he wouldn't be able to transfer from Steam to Stadia, so it's held within the game. Still, I see your point of it being a beta. Why would you get to keep that stuff? But I was more interested in how he was able to make that happen. I'm going to say an unpopular opinion. I know that Jay, you are one of the ones that does not have good luck with xCloud. I know there's.
I do
some
not. It still runs like shit for me.
I know there's some people that do not have a good time with xCloud. If I am going to spend $16 or $17 a month, though, xCloud for me would be the way to go because Ubisoft games are fantastic, guys. Don't get me wrong, but they're all like the same game. They all feel the same. They all play the same. Like
So let me say this, right, Zach? I will say this though. I put a post up on Twitter the other day. And the funny thing is all the trolls came out. Like Duncan was on there. And that's my dude. And I said, and I know foremost you hate him, but I said, he was going on and on and on and on Stadia. But I said, bro, and I didn't even want to get into it. So I just said, just answer the question. I didn't ask you for all this. Stadia is dependent on them. But what I will say is this, I give Ubisoft credit. So I said this probably 8 months ago, but if I had to choose one company, right? So if you had to get EA, you had to get Activision, you had to get Take-Two or Rockstar, whatever. I have to say, and I've never been a Ubisoft fan like that, because I'm not a fan of companies. I'm a fan of games, right?
Right.
But in the last, and I'm backing up, and I'm going to add Far Cry. In a year, 1 year span, they had 5 AAA games. They had Breakpoint, they have Valhalla. They had Immortals Phoenix Rising. They had
Division 2.
The Division 2.
They
and
still had all the Assassin's Creed games.
It was something else. And I was like, wow, I can't think of another company that had 5. Now,
Trials Rising is a great game.
Now they got Far Cry, and they got all this stuff coming out. So if you had a pass for any of them, like people might say, well, but Grand Theft Auto is the game. But I'll say this. Ubisoft might not the games feel similar, but they got first-person shooters, they got third-person shooters, they got racing games, they got Rayman, they got puzzle games, they got Jeopardy, they got Uno. So I mean, again,
it goes back to preference of your games, though, right? I mean, some people like indie games, some people like the big titles. Ubisoft is only going to give you big titles because they're
a game is a game to me, to be fair.
It is, but with Game Pass, you're at least getting a little bit of a variety. Right, you're like they've got the Back for Blood that's coming out. They've got a sports game on there. They've got, well, I'm saying, but like you're just going to get different games from different developers, different publishers. So if you're looking for like a smorgasbord, Game Pass, if you're going to pay the same amount as Ubisoft Plus, is a better value in my opinion for what you get out of it. Now, for those that truly do like Ubisoft games, that's where the to each their own part comes in, right? If you're a hardcore Ubisoft fan, Ubisoft Plus is a great deal for you. I just don't think of all of the games that they have out right now. I mean, you can get so far into Far Cry 6 right now. I mean, there's hours and hours and hours of gameplay. Right. You could do the same thing with the Assassin's Creed game. You could do the same thing with, all the Division or with Breakpoint or whatever. I just don't have that much time, man. So for me, spending that much money on that portfolio of games isn't going to fit my lifestyle.
Let me ask you this though, right, Zach? So if we really look at value, right? So value is obviously in the eye of the beholder, but this is why I want to dissect Game Pass. When I did my Stadia versus Game Pass, I looked at every single Game Pass game. Then I looked at every single Stadia Pro game, and then I looked at every single Stadia game, right?
Mhm.
And so when you start looking at it, you're like, okay, Game Pass does have a lot of hits. Well, sorry, a lot of games. But when you look at hits, literally they had new games, right? They had when I did it, they had 4 new games. They had the Medium, which was okay.
Yeah.
They had
Was
that
Control
Dungeons and
new when they
Dragon
put it out,
game.
or Control had already been out?
Control's old.
Control.
Control
as
had
old as
already
hell.
been out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Control.
But you got to stop and remember this. The X Cloud beta started like 4 days before Stadia was released, right?
A little
So
bit longer
yeah.
than that. But
It's
a little bit
I
longer
think,
than that.
About
I
a
think,
week or so.
I think it was
No,
November
no.
the 14th, if I'm not mistaken. I think it
I'm
was 5 days.
pretty sure I was playing. I remember I went to Red Lobster. I'll look up my video. I made a video playing xCloud at Red Lobster, and I could have sworn that was like I could have sworn that was probably
November
it was a couple
14th,
months before that.
2019. I just looked it up.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Because I played it right from the get-go as well. And then I tried the direct streaming from, my Xbox to my phone, and it was terrible. And so when Stadia came out and I saw how easy it was like, oh yeah, like they've got a long way to go. Again, what are y'all doing, man? Where's mine?
Yeah.
Messed up. Nobody came on here to watch you guys stuff your faces.
And we're not.
I understand what you're saying about like the big games. So Ubisoft Plus definitely hits on that point for sure.
Now, hold on, Ryzak. I'll say this real quick though. Here's what's cool about Game Pass, because they're gonna have all the Xbox exclusives, which is a many, but they're gonna have the Xbox exclusives. So when they have Halo, and when they have, I guess whenever they make another Gears of War, but so that's gonna be cool. So I feel like if you're an Xbox fan, man, Game Pass is pretty good. But if you really dissect Game Pass, it's not as amazing. If you dissect it, if you just look and say, damn, look at all the stuff they're getting. But if you really dissect and say, okay, well, what day and date games did they get? Because they got Outriders that was supposed to be a big hit, and it wasn't. They got the Medium, and
Lee had said a while back in the chat, he was like, Outriders should have never have been released on Stadia in the state that it was. And I didn't.
100%.
I'm not sure it should have been released on any platform in the state it was.
Anywhere. Yeah, anywhere.
I played the demo or the beta, whatever you want to call it, that they put out. I'm sure a lot of other people did. I wasn't that impressed with the game, man. I wasn't. Jay, I know you were really excited about that game. You played it pretty hard.
I was, dude, because I was a big Anthem fan. And then
I wasn't. That's why I didn't like it.
I was a big Anthem fan. So
here's the funny thing, Jay. That game is nothing like Anthem. The background might look the same, but that's where it stops. That game reminded me of The Division, and I don't like cover shooters.
It reminded me of a cross between Gears of War and
It's a power
Destiny.
fantasy to me. That's what it is. It's a power fantasy.
Yeah. Okay, I see that contrast.
So, speaking of Anthem, I'm going to throw this out there. Anthony, go ahead and eat your burger real quick. Let me take this over right quick. I just did the PC free play day on Riders Republic again, because that is my most anticipated game of this year. And let me just say, you like Anthem because you could fly around probably, and just like the story and the things that you could do.
I like being an Iron Man simulator.
I love playing Marvel Avengers and flying around as Iron Man. In Riders Republic, you can do free roam. And when you get that jetpack, baby, my son and I were playing it. He went straight up in the air, got all the way to the top, switched to his snowboard up in the clouds, and then did like 8 million tricks on the way down. And it's so much fun just flying around, dude. I'm telling you, Anthony, just wait till you play it, man. It is so much fun just flying around in that jetpack wingsuit, dude. It is a blast. So you're gonna like it from that standpoint. You're muted, and I can't hear you.
When you and Ray played it, I was sold. So part of me, I love racing games, but Stadia got too many simulations. So I was looking forward to something more arcade-ish. And when I watched you and Ray play, I was hoping it would be what I wanted to be. Now, granted, I didn't play it myself, but I seen enough. I was like, yes.
Dude, it's so cool because last night my son came downstairs right before I jumped on with you, and he was just like grinning ear to ear, and he was like, Dad, when's that game coming out? And it's like, it comes out the 28th. I was like, you're excited about it now, right? Because I couldn't get him to play it when I had it as the demo or the beta. But he did. I did get him to sit down. I asked him to sit down for 30 minutes and play it with me the other night. He wound up sitting down for almost an hour playing it. It's so cool because not only do you get to race the bikes, right? You get to snowboard, you get to ski, you get to ride around on the snowmobile, you get the jet-powered wingsuit, you just get the wingsuit. They have like a bicycle with a basket on the back that you can ride around. They got like a rocket-powered bicycle, right? But you're not just racing. There's free roam, there's tricks. There's like these little challenge obstacle courses things where you have to go slow on the bike because you're on like 2x4s connecting platforms and you've got to try to get, there's different ways to play the game. It's not just one race all the time. Not to mention they have the big race event where it's 64 people that are in the same race. There's 3 rounds. And during those round races, you switch between like your bike and then your snowboard, or your bike and your wingsuit, your snowboard and your wingsuit. So I'm super psyched for it. I don't know how many people in the chat are, but it is going to be a fantastic game. And I'm going to play the heck out of that one. But yes, to you who like Anthem, or those of you that like Marvel Avengers, if you haven't gotten to play Riders Republic, you're going to have a blast just flying around in the suit all the time. You might not even do the races. Who knows?
Yeah, but part of liking Anthem and Avengers is I want to fly and shoot people in the air. So I won't compare it that.
I get that.
You
And I'm
just
sure you
wanna
guys
play
like the
Black
story a little
Panther.
bit too.
Who,
You want to
me?
play Black Panther?
Yeah, he just wants to play as Black Panther. That's the only
Bro,
reason
I don't even like Black
Panther.
Panther. Don't do that to me. I'm not even a Black Panther fan. The movie was trash. He was always a whack character back in the day.
Oh, no. Did you say I'm still playing Rocket League, but did you just say that Black Panther is trash?
Because I'm black, that doesn't mean I need to like Black Panther. Yes,
That's
it
not-
was trash.
Hold on.
Movie was
Nobody
trash.
said that.
You're black.
No, because I know a lot of black people was like, Black Panther was amazing. I'm like, bro, it was the Tyler Perry version of a Marvel movie. If you don't shut the hell up.
You're the Tyler Perry version.
No, for real, man. Like people, listen, I'm a free thinker, man. I don't care color, creed. You won't catch it too. I don't take sides. I take no sides.
He's the sham wow of the. He's the
Sham
sham wow.
wow.
Oh,
Listen.
God.
Listen,
Oh my
my wife
God.
will catch it too. Listen.
Hey, I see Bruce Campbell here in the chat. I don't know how long he's going to be here, and I want to do an ode to Bruce. So I want you guys to stuff your face real quick. I'm going to play this one more time. This is 1 minute, folks. Hang tight. We'll be right back. Copyright nothing there because Bruce made that from scratch. Made it from scratch for us. We got to hear every single lay-in to that track. So there ain't no copyright there. You're
Well
muted.
done.
You've never sounded better. Never.
I
The
never
title of
noticed.
the track is called No Yes Man.
That's right.
I never noticed, but in the four images that you have in the corners, I'm in a different location in every video.
Oh wow.
I actually
know-
switched
I
it
don't
up
know
on
if
this
you-
one this time.
I
'cause
didn't
we
know
have
if you
more.
I don't know if you planned that or not, but I'm in
Nope.
literally a different location in
Nope.
every.
No.
No, it's just
every
Jeff.
show, you never know where I'm going to be.
Now, Jeff, you got to do something special when it's on your channel. I made a Bruce intro. He made a Bruce intro. You got to make some type of Bruce intro.
Well, Bruce is the man.
Like the Three Amigos.
That's it.
Oh,
Sort of,
wait.
kind of.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Like the
Sorry,
Three
hold on.
Stooges, more like
Sorry.
it, according to Ray. That was a hilarious
my
post.
dad, my dad says we have to rename the show. What did you say the show should be called?
The opinionators.
The Opinionators.
Same difference.
So while
Just
I was
constantly
digging up
throwing
the
around our
food and
opinions.
whatever, that's what he said the show should be called, because he said all four of you have an opinion on something.
You know,
And he
though,
said
like
the show should be called the Opinionators.
opinions are like assholes, right? and Cowboy likes to sniff all of them. Oh man, my jokes
Listen,
never
guys.
get old for me.
Is this not the best Stadia show? You guys out there watching MM2K and Clive and
Hey.
This is
I'm part
what?
of that.
Huh?
I'm part of that. Don't be insulting my shows.
You're part of what?
MM2K shows. Don't be insulting my shows.
I think I heard your voice in the background one day.
You know what, Cowboy?
No, I did.
Cowboy.
Am I lying?
I'm gonna embarrass you. Don't do it.
Kind of.
Is that one of those shows where there's? Is that one of those shows where there's no face cams? I don't watch those.
Yeah.
I don't watch those.
Sure is.
Jeff don't watch those.
Wow, that is a lie, Jeff. I have seen you in the chat.
I have come in. I don't stay long. I come in, see what you're talking about. I make a
Well,
comment.
you just said that you don't watch him, even if you pop in for a few minutes. You're still there.
Hey, hold on. Foremost, you want to hear a funny story? So I'm talking to Jeff one day. The truth to God, yo, I can't make this up. Talking to Jeff, and he's like, "Yeah, I don't watch MM2K because I was watching it at the time, right? So I'm watching MM2K. Me and Jeff is writing. He's like, "Yeah, I don't watch that show. You know, they don't put their face on the screen." I swear to God, I can't make this up. Within like 5 minutes, MM2K or Project Storm was like, "I want to give credit to that guy, Jeff. You know, part of SBCN community." He was like, "Yeah, what is his name?" They pull it up. Yeah, Jeff Gignac. I want to give him credit. And I'm like, at the same time, Jeff was like, "I don't watch that show." So I was like, what? I can't make this up. So I clip it and send it to Jeff. Jeff was like, "Oh, did you get the whole clip? I want to see more." I bet you do.
It's almost as being on No Yes Man and you saying the Summer Community Championship is trash, and then you get to game over, and your question is, what is the name of the Stadia community event? And you go, well, karma's a bitch.
Yep. Hey, you live by the sword, you die by the sword, man. Right. You can't make that up. Dude, I feel like you screwed me, man. You probably made that question. He was like, "I'm making this his last and final question."
The thing is you know damn well that was totally random, and that's why I pulled the numbers before. But that was great, though. I'm not going to lie. The fact that I was talking smack, not even hours earlier, and that's this question that eliminates me. It is what it is. What do you guys think about this? All my resources are coming from Twitter today. Thank God for Twitter. But we have confirmation from Stadia source that Heist Simulator is going to arrive. Have we run out of
simulators? Have we run out of simulators?
No, you know what I really want to play? Power Wash Simulator.
Power Wash Simulator?
Power
Wash. I have a gas station one now.
My son wanted me to buy. I just couldn't spend $20 on the Power Wash Simulator. My son really wanted me to get it and stream it and play it. I just couldn't.
I just had the PC Builder game out too. That was a free game on Epic Games.
Which one?
Ryzak. I'm waiting
PC
for you
Builder.
to get. Oh, PC Builder. Yeah.
I build PCs. I don't want to simulate building PCs.
Some people enjoy it. Some people.
I've done heists. Why do I want to?
I mean, you know, I know this is going to be an unpopular opinion with my European crowd that's in here, but it's kind of like Football Manager, right? Don't those games get simulated? I guess
it's because people are just obsessed with sim games because there are things we can't do in real life. So sim games allow us to do it.
That's why you play Grand Theft Auto.
Tally said, "You paint drying simulator. You play as wet paint."
Hey, here's something. Metal Wolf, and I should have said this. I wonder if Metal Wolf is still in the chat. But Metal Wolf,
he had to go to pick up the kids from daycare.
Damn! I just realized I was looking at my my Gamer Talk notes and not this. But I was like, oh, I'm in the wrong notes, and I was like, oh, one of my things I want to mention is Metal Wolf was talking about how he used Starlink to play Stadia, and it's working pretty good.
Yep.
And so when you think of Starlink, wherever it's at, you should get the same fidelity. So if that gets, to be in more and more places, it's going to be pretty good. But I did watch probably a month ago, Cloud Gaming Extreme did a video on how it wasn't working that good at all. But It was cool to hear a month later, Metal Wolf say it was working good. Decent, anyway.
Well, I do have probably the most controversial topic that I wanted to bring up today.
Well, before you do that, let me get to one other one and then let you really bring it home.
Cool,
Did you guys see the video that Jem did? So Jem found a way for the people who didn't get the parties. You know how we got the new thing called party system
from the phone.
So yeah, so everybody did. No, even on anything pretty much. Like
I'm saying, but he found a way to use it from the phone, right?
No, he found a way for the person who don't have it to force get it.
Ah, I got you. Okay.
And he was showing it on the PC. So if you don't have it, he was showing how you go into it. You put like Google Stadia equals something. I don't know the whole thing, but I watched the video. It's a short video, but it's out there, guys. Go to Jem's channel, and he actually shows how you like, you force yourself to get it. He did something like he made like you're in the U.S., but you're already in the U.S., and somehow that gives it to you or something. Yeah, it was kind of cool.
I have it, so I don't care.
Yeah, I got it too.
You have it, so you don't care. Okay. Well, I'm sure you all saw the title of the episode today. Ride and Fly was set up by me talking about Riders Republic because I just recently got to play it again, and it was on my brain. But what does the buy mean? Some of you probably already know. I'm sitting at work. I'm sitting. Do you know what it's about, Jay?
I do not.
Okay. So I'm sitting there at work the other day. I'm just scrolling through some things, and I come across this article. And I know it's probably an interesting article for some. It's probably a little taboo for some. But the fact of the matter is, it's a reality, right? Let's show this here.
This is no yes man, people. Carrot Man Gaming.
Boom. There it is. So in the latest installment of the Superman comic.
Oh, I know what you're talking about now. Sorry, I was playing Rocket League.
Superman's son is a bisexual character. And there are a lot of people that are outraged by this. A lot of people that are outraged by this. And in the world,
do they all look like me?
They probably all look like me, but in the world that we live in today, there's a lot of things that are going on that people don't like, and apparently this is one of them.
See, I heard it was Superman, but then you have this that said it was Superman's son.
Yep. So
I heard about it. I didn't see much, and then the Daily Show, Trevor said it was Superman.
Yep. So this is in November, Superman, son of Kal-El number 5, Jonathan Kent, son of Clark, will get a boyfriend. As you read through this here, it talks, it does a little pun in the beginning here, talk about Superman. Yes, that guy, 83 years old, no less. But it says we're not talking about the classic original recipe Clark Kent from the 1938 issue of Action Comics number 1. No, talking about his son, Jonathan Kent, whose precise backstory in the comics has been so ruthlessly pummeled by a series of reboots, retcons, space missions, time travel, and rapid aging as to render it so incomprehensible that it sends even diehards like me scurrying to the nearest wiki. Now, let me preface this by saying I'm not a big comic book guy, so none of this really changes my mood. But I find it interesting in that, we are starting to see things pop up around us that are really touching on the nerves of some folks. And a comic book of all things is actually doing that. And a comic book that has been out for a long time. And I think that that's a lot of the reason for it, because people get so locked in, with a certain mentality and a certain viewpoint on things that, oh my God, you took my beloved Superman and you made his son bisexual. Oh man. So guys, I wanted to go around to you real quick, and, you may not have an opinion of it. You may not really care. But I just kind of want to see what your thoughts were about this and if you had any opinions on it.
So they have the new Spider-Man. They have the new Superman, Lois and Clark. What's the new one that just finished? It was on, I don't know, the CW down there or something. They just had whatever, the new one. Where the kids,
it was like Clark and Lois or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So I wonder if they're going to integrate that into the storyline in season 2, because the kids are more prominent in that one, right? Right. They gave up their jobs. They moved back to Smallville with the kids. Right. The kids are going to school. Spoiler alert, not Jonathan, but the other kid whose name I forget has superpowers, but Jonathan doesn't. Yada yada yada.
Damn, bro.
Spoiler alert,
I
jeez.
said spoiler alert. I just so I
Whoa.
just wondered if they're going to incorporate that into that storyline at all, because he had a girlfriend in the first season, but maybe and they she dumped them, and because when they moved back to Smallville, and so maybe pick him up a little small town farm boy.
Yeah.
And you know what? I don't care.
You don't care. Okay.
You want me to go, Jay? You want to jump on this before me?
I mean, sure. Like, I don't really care the fact that he's bi. I just think it's bullshit because it seems like they're more panhandling than anything. Is my, like, if that makes any sense. Like, it doesn't seem like for any good reason other than trying to appeal to a specific audience. And that's probably why people are pissed off about it. It doesn't help that people only read the headlines anyway, so they didn't read that it's Clark's son and not Superman. But my point still stands, is it's panhandling, and they're just trying to take advantage of a specific crowd, not the fact that they're trying to make a point or trying to come up with a new idea or anything like that.
I didn't read anything of it. I just said to the boys, can we talk about Superman? Because I saw some tweets. I didn't read them. And then, like I said, on the Daily Show, Trevor Noah said Superman. So that's where I got it from. And then Ryzak said, no, it's his son. I'm like, all right, cool. Again, Jordan Kent. He's named after what's his face's father. Right.
Here on the screen, you can see, it says, not the original Robin or the Robin that's currently Batman's sidekick, but the Tim Drake Robin, the third character to assume the title, is also, and I think Mr. Urban World said it in the chat as well. So I don't think this is the first time. Someone also had mentioned in the comments, let me see here. His name is Mr. Urban World again. His name is Icon, and that's why there's feathers ruffled about it. You have a lot of probably middle-aged to past middle-aged people that grew up with these DC Marvel superheroes, listening to stories on the radio and stuff like that, playing it out as kids or whatever, and have this mindset about who that person is. And then all of a sudden to see this, it's probably shocking. Cowboy, what do you think?
So if you look up when Miles Morales first came out, which is the new black Spider-Man, actually his dad is black, his mom is Spanish. He was gay in the comic books, and that was, I don't know, 7-8 years ago. But this is what I'll say. So a really, 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 really close friend of mine's, Ray, the Gaming Cyborg, is also gay. And Chariot Man Game is in the building, and the Bishop of Gaming is in the building. Shout out to them. But other than Ray being gay, a really, really good friend of mine's name was Bob, and he was gay. And so regardless of Bob and how close I was with him, I look at it at this standpoint. Okay, we live in the United States, and I don't know how many years it's been now, but it's been legal in every state to have same-sex marriage. Now, I'm going to just be my regular cowboy self and say whoever got a problem with that should just move out of the country or shut the hell up. Because I don't like to break laws, right? So I've always been the straight and narrow guy, right? It might sound crazy, whatever, but I've been straight edge my whole life, never drank before, never smoked before. Women was my issue, but I follow the law. Now, you could be mad and have your own judgment, and that's fine. It's America, right? We're not talking about Canada, but it's America. But it's same-sex marriage is legal. So that just tells you that your gripe, you could stand on it because it's your preference. However, the legality of it is you have no legs to stand on. Now, with that being said, I do see that Superman is probably the most iconic superhero, period, right? Period, right? I know Spider-Man is popular. I know Wolverine is popular. I know the Hulk is popular, and Batman. Those five, you tell any kid, they know who they are. But I think Superman is probably the top one, depending, right? So I think it probably hurts some people because they probably feel like you shouldn't touch that with Superman. But I think the writers are allowed to be creative. If they get the green light to try something new, they should be able to, right? Superman was bad in the Injustice, spoiler alert, in the Injustice video game, he's a bad guy, right? So they tried something new. So I personally, and I'm not that into comics anymore like it used to be, I personally don't care because I feel like, to be 100% honest, it's legal to have same-sex marriage, so it's legal to be gay, it's legal to be tranny or whatever. And at some point, like if I'm black, so again, I'll go back to Black Panther. Every black person I know, Black Panther is the greatest movie in the world. No, it wasn't. It was trash. But you love it because you're black and you connect with it. The people who did, right? So why come gay people or bi people or tranny people can't have a superhero to look up to or have prominent characters in movies, right? To be fair, because they're human beings. And again, in the country they live in, it's legal to have their sexual preference. Now, I say this. If you live in another country and that's not cool and it's not legal, you need to shut the hell up, because that's not the way the majority, right? You go to that old thing called majority rules. The majority doesn't accept that, and it just is what it is. You better move to the United States. I don't know what to tell you. But so that's my feelings on it. I don't have a problem with it at all, because mainly that a same-sex marriage is legal in every single state in the United States. So at that point,
I'll follow you up with
in Canada.
In Canada as well. I'll follow you up with this. The one thing that I've always found interesting about people that are labeled as homosexuals is that people will always follow that up with the word confused, right? Oh, you're confused. You don't know what you want, right? I find this to be a little confusing because, please correct me if I'm wrong. Anybody in the chat, please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not perfect and I don't know everything. And I want to know what's right if one of you know what that is. But bisexual, in my mind, says that you like both sexes, right? So why the need to say bisexual but show the boyfriend, right? Because it's a little confusing, right? To somebody
honestly, I thought it was. I couldn't tell if it was a girl or boy. I thought it was.
Well, it says
girl,
boyfriend.
Pink here.
Yeah, it says boyfriend. Let me go back to it. So
Okay.
And we know he's got 2 sons.
Yep, it says we'll get a boyfriend right here, Anthony. So
okay, yeah, I couldn't see that small letter.
So I mean, it doesn't matter at the end of the day, right? It doesn't matter. It is what it is. But for those that are maybe young, or those that are impressionable, or those that don't understand, or maybe have never heard these terms before, this is a comic book at the end of the day, right? It's a cartoon, and young eyes are going to gravitate to stuff like this. And I feel like it's a little confusing. That's all. Go ahead.
I'll say this. So here's my trump card to that. Right.
You have a trump card?
I don't like when the world blames the world. You got parents for a reason. You ain't fall off the bus. That's what your parents is for. So when you watching little Jimmy sitting behind you with Superman's son kissing the boy, you're like, yo, what the hell is that? That's what you got parents for. Yep. So at the end of the day, we can't police everybody's household. We can't, you go to school and your friends. Yeah, I mean, it's fair, to be honest. That's what we got parents for. Now, if you live in the woods with wolves and the wolves can't communicate that, hey, it's just real that we can't take away the creativity of individuals because we want to police somebody's household.
Well, and that's an important part, because that's what's going to get missed out of this whole thing, right? This is a new author. This is a new, writer for this comic series. And this is his vision of what he wanted to show. And obviously somebody signed off on it. Right. It's not like he just decided, oh, I'm taking Superman's name and I'm going to make his son, bisexual. Like somebody signed off on that in some office somewhere, Jeff. You know that. You know how that goes. So, I mean, it is what it is. You're spot on with that statement.
Now, I'll say this, though.
Like it's that big of a deal.
I'll say this, though. The way I am with my kids, listen. First of all, my 15-year-old daughter, you ain't dating nobody but that damn school book. I don't care if it's man or female. Number 2, do it on your own time. So when you turn 18, then you could date on you. I don't care if you come in here with a drag queen or whatever, but you're 18 years old. Because what I don't like is when the kids are under 18. Now, when you brought up the confusing part, so here's what I'll say. Especially now, even more, sexuality is more of a fad a lot of times. Kids just do stuff because it's the thing to do. Now, I know parents, and I won't, I know parents I know a friend of mine who's allowing her daughter to want to be a boy, and she's like 13. And for me, I'm like, see, she's kind of young because she could be, oh, no, this is what I want. This is what I want. But that's because everybody at your school doing it. Now, 2 years from now, after you don't have hormone replacement or whatever you want to do, and you're like, damn, I don't like it. Now, guess who you could get mad at? Your mom. Why'd you let me do that? So me, you ain't doing nothing until you're 18. Do it on your own time when the government say you're an adult. So that's how I feel. I'm cool with it when you're 18. Yep. Because you get confused, then it's on me because I allowed it.
And the other thing that's lost in this too is that you do have a whole community of people that probably are going to see this as part of their movement, right? And will they take that as a symbol of what they believe in? And that's a really great thing for them. That's powerful. Right. So, hey, to each their own, right? You guys do what you do.
Now, I'll say this foremost, if you're listening, you think MM2K gonna be talking about this stuff? No, yes, man. You see the name? That's what we do, baby. We ain't no yes men.
He had that food, and now he's got some rock.
Yeah, Jeff's like, yes, man.
I'm not even playing. I'm looking at games to buy.
I bet you are.
I'm
looking at all the Stadia deals.
I'm listening, but like
you go tell MM2K that the Cowboy said his show ain't like no yes man. You go run tell that to your master.
Why are you trying to start a war?
Because this is what he does.
This is what I do. So I haven't had a war with anybody in a long time. Come on, man. I'm just playing around.
You're starting a war. You're not going to win.
I win every war. First of all, I'm still here.
Content for the next show, so he wants to start a war.
The next two shows. Your show's next.
Next go, he goes, did you hear what MM2K was saying about me? Let me get a clip. Did you hear what they were saying about me?
Just yesterday, because
I'm a noob, but they said stuff. I was at work. I wasn't watching. I was listening because I'm always working and listening because that's what I do.
Just yesterday, I watched his show and I donated $5. Like, I'm a fan. I watch his stuff. I watch a lot of people's stuff. I donate money, but I can still say what I want because it's freedom of speech. Last time I checked. And
I did make a comment the other day on your show about Deuce Penny, how I didn't realize that he was going to look like that. And when I said that, I kind of sounded like a jackass, right? Because,
you kind of did.
And then I had to backtrack real quick because I didn't mean it like that. It was just sometimes you hear a voice and you get a picture in your head of what somebody's going to look like. And then when you actually see him, it's like, whoa, I really want to know, number one, what MM2K looks like. But I also want to know what Project Storm looks like. And you said that the other day.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know why. It's not that big of a deal. I just really want to know.
They're FBI agents because they've both said because of their jobs, they can't show their faces. So they got to be secret agents because that's the only, spy, secret agents. That's the only job that someone could have where they couldn't show themselves on a YouTube.
I just want to create a show where we just do face reveals. Let's do that.
Listen, hey, we did a couple on my show. That was kind of cool. That Beast of Truth guy showed his face. Well, I already knew what Proto looked like, but he hadn't showed his face in a long time. I just want to say this foremost, and I'm done. I put more bodies in the ground than MM2K did. His little beefs he had, I done got rid of every out the community myself. I done told Chase he better step on. I done got rid of Step Source.
You even started stuff with people you didn't even need to start stuff with, like Demaculix.
That's right. Demaculix, he don't block me.
D-Mac is my guy. He didn't do anything to you, and you done shunned him from your show. Look at that.
That's right. I said, D-Mac, get here, boy. We ain't out of my house.
D-Mac's my guy. He's my neighbor.
Now that's my dude.
I decided to raise mama. So.
Cowboy, you know what I think?
What?
You want to know what I think?
You sound like you're about to go to sleep. You better spit it out.
I need you to listen for a second, okay? I think that I need to order you a Care Bear because you need a hug from friends because you are trying to start shit with everybody.
Everybody know I'm just playing around at this point. But no, you know what though? I will say this. I'm gonna be 100% honest foremost. Dude, let's be honest. YouTube, Twitch, social media gives any idiot the opportunity to get his 15 minutes of fame, like Jeff. So I'm a wrestling fan. Dude, I'm probably never going to be in the WWE. But when I put on my cowboy hat and hit the on button, I get my chance to be like, I get my chance to be whoever I want to. Listen, y'all don't even know. I used to have an alter ego called the Ultimate Sinister Mr. Nasty. Now, y'all don't want to see that guy. You should be happy you got the cowboy.
I don't want to see Mr. Nasty. That's not
the
what I
Ultimate Sinister Mr. Nasty. So the cool thing is, though, that's why the other day somebody got mad at me, right? Oh, your content, this and that. I said, whoa. Don't check me. I said, first of all, number one, and I said this many times, I first make content that entertains me, right?
Yes, we've heard
I'm going to spend all these hours. I do 6 streams a week. If I ain't enjoying it, that makes no sense. Number two, I just hope the people who like the content I make find me. But other than that, bro, I'm going to be on here screaming, acting stupid, got my cowboy hat. It's the closest thing to the WWE. So go tell that to MM2K.
Dang, you are on this MM2K stuff.
I know this man is salty.
No, you know what? Because he gonna poach Foremost. We got Foremost on our show first.
You know
I want to get Foremost to be down with me.
I think you got a hard on for MM2K because he ignores you.
Can we just call him Mike? Can we just call him Mike?
Can we call him what?
We just call him Mike?
Mike? Okay. Mike.
I mean,
Mike.
He is on Facebook, and his name is on there. So.
Yeah, but you don't know how to use that 2007 technology,
boys.
Apparently, you don't either. With your no comments.
Let me just tell y'all right now. It is 7:12 p.m. Eastern in the great state of North Carolina.
Oh, mommy just got home,
and my boys are about to drop the puck. Whoa! Nice. All right, hey Jay, I got a serious question for Jay.
The 3 of us got black on. No, wait, Foremost do too.
Yeah, always.
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't?
It looks like it. You're just in the
dark.
No,
it's brown.
I got a serious question for
today.
You dropped a little line for us earlier and said that you may have had plans today and you may not have been able to come, right?
Yeah.
So let me just say, do you think that this little shorty is possibly watching this right now? You know?
No.
Because
I already know that for a fact. Nope.
I have quite the reputation of having my co-hosts, lady friends, calling.
Rise X, she knows nothing about. She knows I play games, but she knows absolutely nothing.
Ray said Foremost is so disrespectful. Look what Ray just said.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's disrespectful? Every time I got to look at Cowboy, he probably disrespects himself every time he looks in the mirror. But it's okay.
Hey Jeff, in the comments here, Mr. Urban World said, Jeff Janek, I'm a huge fan. Please acknowledge me. And now Cult of Stadia is down at the bottom. He's back. He's back in the chat, and he says, come on, Jeff, give Urban World his free Jeff Janek t-shirt.
Yeah, come on, Jeff.
I'm tired of Mr. Urban World challenging Anthony and just losing.
I actually talked to him the other day.
He said something out about challenging in Pac-Man. I'm like, no, you.
I told him the only thing that I want for Christmas is I want him to beat Cowboy in Mortal Kombat. That's what I want for Christmas.
It won't happen.
Let's play Mortal Kombat right now, and I'll win.
Oh God, here we go.
Is that a challenge?
You want your Cowboy? I'm on Stadia right now.
Wait a second. Is this really going down right now?
Listen, let me say this, okay? Yes. I heard you say I'm gonna beat all of y'all in Destiny, and you suck. Let me see you beat.
Okay, hold on. Let me just.
Hey, I'm just saying. So
you might want to fire it up. I think he's serious.
Listen, he's already wasted my time talking trash, and he sucked. So guess what?
He looks like he's ready.
My time.
You look
I'm
like
already loading it up.
You look like you're scared right now.
Why would I be scared?
Because you don't have the game loaded.
Okay, let me be honest. This is the guy, okay, who said I'm taking
Cowboy, what's another term for
what I would do. Well, if I destroy him in Mortal Kombat, just imagine his little shattered soul. The girl he liked left him. He's already quitting Twitter.
Oh,
and then you add this? Come on, man. I'm a nice guy. I wouldn't do that.
I've literally just been trying to get lunch with her for like forever. But I mean, go on. If that makes you sleep at night, that's cool too.
It just sounded good.
Why don't you break down this this date that you were gonna have? Like, where were you guys gonna go to lunch?
It was literally not even.
And I thought it was going to be yesterday.
Come on,
'Cause
man.
You
It's all
said,
it was supposed to be yesterday. Then it was going to
Okay.
get rescheduled today, but her dog is sick.
see,
So
see, I pay attention.
Her dog was sick.
her dog is sick. Yeah.
Her dog is sick. Dogs
Her
get
dog is
sick, huh?
Could she at least
Yes,
use my
dogs
dog ate my
actually do.
homework? She could
I'll be
at
honest
least
with you.
use the dog ate the homework one.
My oldest dog is 150 pounds. He's having some issues with his hips right now. So my wife just got him CBD, and he's walking around here walking into walls smiling. So
Dog goes straight out.
Derek said he think I might have multiple personalities.
You
But
definitely
let's see.
do. There's
I
no
got the
might
all-purpose
about it.
champ. I got the all-purpose champ. I got the cowboy. Now you guys know about the ultimate sinister Mr. Nasty. I'm Anthony L. Lewis, and my mom and my immediate family call me Tony. So you got like
Jeff, I
five.
need
Right
to
there.
know how long has your
Names.
mom had that rocking chair?
I think this
Hey,
rocking
Jeff.
chair is older than me. How long have you had this rocking chair? The internet wants to know.
Yes, because it looks extremely comfortable. She has definitely put some hours in that.
We've all been whooped on this chair many,
That's what I like to
many.
hear.
Many
The
times.
internet
Yeah.
wants to know.
That chair came from, I couldn't tell you how many years ago on Hunter.
No, don't tell me. Tell them.
On Hunter
No,
Street.
come sit down. You got to tell them, not me.
where
I don't care.
Where Grandma lived.
I
About
love
2-3 blocks down Hunter Street, there was a big old house. You know, they're all old, big old houses there. And they were having a sale.
Tell them. Look over here.
They were having
Look right here.
a sale.
Look at the light.
So Grandma said, let's go, she said, just for fun and see like what they would have for sale there. And there was this chair. What do you want to know?
that's it. It looks incredibly comfortable. I'm very jealous
Awesome.
of the chair.
It is.
I
but
am
you know
very
what?
jealous of that.
It wasn't in shape like this.
Right?
It was
Oh,
in
you
very
fixed it
bad
up.
shape. So we took it to a furniture restorer
Mhm.
in Waterdown. And then after, I don't know, a few weeks, he said, come and pick out the fabric you want on your rocking chair. So we went out to Waterdown to pick out the fabric. And all we saw was a bunch of sticks. And I said, well, where's my rocking chair? Oh, it's there. I said, that's only a bunch of sticks. It was just the wooden part. Everything else was gone. He said, pick out what upholstery you want. So we picked out this upholstery. And then when we finally picked it up, it was all put together again. And one time we went on a trip to Prince Edward Island. And we had
They're all American. They have no idea what you're talking about, but that's okay.
Hey, I'm Googling it right now.
Mama.
You be quiet. I'm enjoying this.
Wow, Jeff, that's
It's a
insulting.
province in Canada. Learn your
Yes.
history. Learn
Yeah, right, Zach. Learn your history.
Hey, Prince Edward Island. It's a
Now we
province
know where Jeff get it from.
in Canada.
And you think I'm angry.
And
This
in
is
that
awesome.
we went to visit Anne of Green Gables. Have you ever heard of Anne of Green Gables?
I actually have heard of Anne of Green Gables. Believe it or not.
Okay, we went to tour her house, Anne of Green Gables, and this exact fabric was in the Anne of Green Gables house.
Okay.
Hmm.
Wow.
won't-
So I
will
have
not
not
lie
been
to
to
Jeff
Prince
Harper.
Edward Island, but I have been to Nova Scotia, which is very close. So there you go. Some of our Stadia community is actually from Nova Scotia.
And
Yeah.
we were always sorry we didn't, we were that close. You know, we went to Nova Scotia, PEI, and we didn't just cross to go over to the other island.
I want to go.
I
to
thought she was going to be. We're
We
so
were that
disappointed
close.
because we
We
went
were
to
that
Nova
close,
Scotia and
and
we didn't
we were-
leave Jeff
And we
behind.
didn't think of it, or I don't know what it was. And then we said, why in the world didn't we go take the ferry across to Newfoundland?
Jeff, new challenge. You need to start streaming once a week from your parents' house.
Is another province in Canada for anyone that's not paying attention.
What is it?
Newfoundland.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Only been to
have heard of
Canada
it.
once. I went
That's
to
way
a little.
north, though.
little
When
spots.
when we talk on the Google, she does the same thing. She'll be like, "Okay, bye," and just walks away.
Mic drop, baby.
walks-
That's
just
she was
walks
the
away.
inventor of
Yeah,
the
she
mic drop.
invented the mic drop. Yeah, that's pretty cool,
Yes,
Jeff.
Jeff, you have to stream from your parents' house once a week now.
Once a week,
They're
man.
too good to hide.
Why do you look like that?
Jeff, can I make a request, man? I want you to do Shadow of the Colossus at some point in time coming up again.
I will.
All right,
Jeff,
cool.
you need to make sure, as someone who has watched this happen with his parents, you need to make sure that you're recording some of these stories. That's great stuff to pass down.
Yeah, that was awesome, man.
Those are fantastic.
Next time I'm at home, I will show you the books that my
Okay.
dad wrote.
Awesome.
I don't have-
Yes,
I don't
I would
know
love
if
to
he
see them. That's
I don't know
fantastic.
if he has a copy. Do you have a copy of your book handy?
Is it on the Amazon wish list?
Yeah, your book. No, it's not on Amazon.
Okay.
It was
Okay.
self-published.
All right. Well, hey, while you're finding that, I got one more thing to touch on real quick, and then we can wrap up.
Disband.
This was late breaking this afternoon. Well, I guess it wasn't late breaking this afternoon. It was right around noon.
This is the loser brother.
Hey, winner brother! I was looking at the
you're
loser
live,
brother.
you're live on YouTube.
Not me.
You're live on YouTube.
Not me.
Do your people put you live on YouTube? No, I don't think they do. Oh, ow! He just hit me with his cane.
Hey, Grace from Google, the lovely Grace Yang.
Oh,
Uh,
I'm gonna touch on that too.
Put out this
actually.
post today.
We can do that.
They are improving the capture experience. You will now be able to mass delete your captures. So for those of you that use
That's cool.
the capture feature for videos or screenshots through Stadia, and you've hated going through and deleting one at a time, well, guess what? Google's got a new trick for you. And if that platform is dead, I mean, I don't know why they would keep rolling out.
Yeah, I
Hey,
was
it's a
going to
dead
say
platform, remember?
Why do I
Yeah.
want to delete them?
In case you take a bunch that you've now put online or something, and you have them somewhere else, and you want to just get rid of them because you don't feel like searching through all of them. There's not.
Yeah.
It took us forever to get a search bar, Jeff. You think they're going to give you tabs for your captures and
And
folders?
then you know what? There's a couple times where I'm accidentally
Taking
recorded
one?
or took a picture. Yeah,
Me too. Me too. My son always hits the wrong. He's looking for the start button, and he hits the capture
I,
button.
I always hit the Google Assistant button and it yells at me.
Me too. I do as well. So yeah, man, this is pretty cool for those of you that are
Definitely.
the photographers or the videographers of your Stadia experience.
I take lots of photos.
Yeah,
Can they add
none that you can share with us, though. I'm sure.
Yeah, I post it on Twitter all the time. What's wrong with you?
Right over his head.
Can
Right over
you
his head.
can we get it so we can delete multiple pictures in Red Dead, please?
I think you're gonna have to talk with somebody about that. Red Dead has a fantastic sale right now, Jeff. $40.19.
This one, the second one has the pictures. Less pages, but has the pictures on the second one.
Okay, see it.
Oh, my
Excellent.
story's
Nice.
very
My
nice.
Stories Volume 2. I love it.
I wonder if Jeff is in any of them stories. Oh wow, look at
I'm not in very many of the stories.
There is some
I'm
depth
not
in
I'm
those.
not in very many of the stories.
The second one,
that means you're-
fewer pages, but has the photographs at the start. All the photographs of the family.
Nice.
Wow.
Are you in any of those, Jeff?
I'm not in any of these pictures.
No, show them the photograph.
All right, I actually do have a question for your dad when you're done showing us the book. Oh, look
wow.
at that happy couple right there.
Auntie.
Wow.
That's cool.
I'm not,
man.
I'm not
Wow,
in
that
any of
is
these. I'm not
fantastic.
in any of these photos.
Yeah,
Why
How
would you-
forgettable you
There's
were.
an
They wanted to put the good photos in.
I can't see. There's an old black and white of my dad.
Yes, it.
Yep.
Wait, this one out. Wait, this one there. Oops, where is it?
What did your dad do? What's the
He
uniform?
worked at a steel company, but his first job was in 30, 40?
Yeah, farm person.
No, but when did you do the rivets? He was for the Second World War. He put rivets in
Middle shipyard. We're building the-
warships. So he was building warships, and he was putting the rivets in the warships
Yeah,
back in the
Wow.
early 40s.
yeah, we're building the sub chasers.
Manual labor. They don't make them like you anymore, sir.
I was working
Right.
there too at the shipyard. We were both working at the shipyard.
Then he worked
Yep.
in an office for 40 years at the local steel company.
Yep. They don't make them like that anymore. Just look at Jay. He's the prime example.
Sorry, what was the question you
Yeah.
had for my father?
My question for you is, your son was on reality TV and he was listed as one of the worst handymen in camera. Did that make you proud?
Yeah, he was on that show, all right.
Jeff walked away.
Canada's worst handyman. I'm sure we still have videos of it.
It's on YouTube. They've seen it.
Yes.
Yeah,
yeah.
they've all seen it. It's on YouTube.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
And especially with you telling me your dad used to hammer rivets into ships. I mean, he was a handyman, and then you
Right.
go on a show.
The
You're
worst.
not a
Oh,
handyman.
Sierra Rose is in the building.
Oh my gosh.
Why can't you two be sitting next to me?
I had to cast the white hot rivets, insert them in the steel plates of the ship we were building. They were in a hurry
with his bare hands. He would catch him with his bare hands like a
No,
baseball
no,
and jam him in.
No, we had a little bucket for that. But
Wow.
yeah, so they were anxious to get the ship finished because they were knocking off our ships, left and right in the north and
Who's they?
in the
Who's-
Western
who-
world.
Who's they?
And then when this ship and others like it were built, then they finally had an upper hand.
Who's they?
The Germans. The Germans.
German.
Right.
You're
Pretty-
building warships for the Germans.
No, I asked who was destroying the ships.
Oh, yeah. The
Yeah,
Germans.
The Germans.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that kept up until the Allies had a plane could go further because they were all congregating in a small area. They couldn't get to them. The planes couldn't get to them with the bombs. Finally, they got the mileage could go further. When the planes could reach them, that was the end. Boy,
Oh my
they really
goodness.
got the upper hand against them.
Wow.
I really wish that my grandfather was still here because you and him would have a blast chatting about this.
That would
Well, I
be
would say to anybody,
great
don't wait
story.
till you're too old to write about your different things in your life because your memory will start to go down a bit.
No,
That's why I haven't
that's
got a
fantastic.
search
You actually took my question away for you because I had one last question for you, and that was going to be, did you have any life advice for anybody that's watching this right now? But you kind of gave me some. Do you have another one?
Well, for one thing, your memory is not as good as when you think. But so the sooner you will hear everybody say, "Oh, I'm thinking of doing that. I'm thinking of doing that," but that doesn't come mostly. So those are sincere. Start, and you'll be surprised once you start. Your memory recalls more than you think.
Good. That's good. What about your mom,
That's
Jeff? Does she have any advice for us?
I'm still looking to see if I'm in any of these pictures, but I'm not.
That's not.
Jeff, get over it, man. They don't love you, right?
That's not what we're worried about right now. We want some words of wisdom from your mom.
All right, they want because you're the oldest, second oldest one here. They want some words of
What
wisdom
we said.
for these young
Why are
folks.
you so mean, Jeff?
Words of
They
wisdom.
want some words of wisdom.
Always be kind and
Cowboy.
thoughtful and helpful and happy.
I love it. I love the
There
last
you
part
go.
especially. Be
See,
happy.
Jeff, you need to
helpful and
follow
happy.
that advice because you don't follow it at all.
Oh my goodness.
I'm helpful and happy.
Wait, hold on.
Bruce.
There's this guy Bruce. He's from out east. He wants to know if you've ever heard of the Sydney Steel Mill in Cape Breton.
Oh yes, of course.
Of course,
Wow.
Bruce.
I was associated with a shipping, like a same thing. We were building ships, and they were building steel material too.
Wow.
Oh, that is great. That is
Yeah, it's
great.
cool.
No. Oh, hold on. No. There's pictures of me. Look, I can hear. Hang on.
Photoshop. And by
Pictures of you, Jeff.
Photoshop in the 70s was just cutting out the picture and sticking it on the other.
Hang on. No. Right here.
Oh, you
Right
look
here,
like
you
a scrapbook.
losers. Right
Jeff,
here.
are you sure you weren't adopted?
Oh my
Is that the one picture of you?
You see how Jeff's off to the side? They just kind of stuck him on there. He's a sticker.
You know how I have a
Real.
different color than everybody else. Hang on, there's
Oh my
another
God.
picture of me somewhere.
Oh,
Man on a
there's
mission.
oops, I lost the. Hold on, the screen is all cockeyed here. That's their wedding photo. I don't know if you can see it.
There's a little bit of a glare, but
Oh, yeah.
I can see something.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a picture of me and my grandmother at my brother's wedding.
Oh,
Look
is that
how
your mom's
cute I
mom or your
was.
dad's mom?
That's my mom's mom.
Hey Jeff, it looks like you were photoshopped in there again.
There's the old man and the.
Oh
I don't know,
my
50s.
goodness, Jeff, that is like that is an incredible house of history right there.
Jeff, where did they? Oh wow, look at that. Jeff, where did they find you?
He was a stowaway. He was a stowaway on the ship.
You was on one of the ships?
Oh my
His
god.
dad was putting rivets in the ship,
Oh.
and Jeff was hiding in one of the.
Oh my god, this is so
Right.
great. Jeff, that just stole the show right there. I am sorry.
Hey,
That was fantastic.
When I pick up the other phone, you can hang this one up.
Wait.
Say hi to June. Tell her you're glad you're
Hi,
Jay,
June and Jeff.
Jeff, I'm gonna mute you. Jay, we're gonna wrap up. I'm gonna let you get out of here because you look like you about to fall asleep.
Hold on,
buddy.
hold on.
I'm
Don't let
very
them get out.
tired.
Hey, don't let him get out of here yet.
I was just letting him get out of here. You got something?
I'm
for him?
No, I said don't let him get out of here yet.
Why?
Hey, Jay,
Oh boy.
foremost, if that is your name, you ever think MM2K gonna have a guy who used to put rivets in a warship by his hand from Canada? No.
He might.
No.
I don't know.
So run tell that. Now you free to go, sir.
Jay.
You are so jealous. Yes.
Jay.
Yes.
I want to, on behalf of my co-hosts here, I want to thank you for jumping on here with us. I know you had a very long night. I know that you really didn't want to come on here when Cowboy said so, but I know that you changed your mind when I asked. And I really didn't even ask. I just sent you the link. So,
honestly,
is what it is. Would you like
coming.
to have any last words for yourself? Let anybody know what's going on. Let them know when you're coming back to the Twitter community, anything like that. It's your stage, sir.
Yes,
Go
sir.
ahead.
I'm still tweeting, guys. I'm just trying to work on moving out and stuff like that. I'm still tweeting, still dealing with Cowboy, still playing video games. Such and such. Yeah, I don't really have anything to share. I'm just bumming out. If you guys want to add me on Stadia, even though I'm mostly playing by myself because I'm a sad person. If you ever want to add me on Stadia, it's for MOST number 1644. Considering that Cowboy refuses to play me in Mortal Kombat. If any of you guys
Go right now.
me, then please go ahead.
Wait a second. You're not foremost on Stadia, are you? I thought you were Drifter.
I changed it.
Oh, Jesus. All right.
They allowed
Here we
him
go.
to change it. He was like,
Here
oh,
we
change
go.
that.
Yeah,
Well,
I changed it.
Again, thanks for coming on again. Second time you've been on the show. You and Dave are the only repeat guests that we've had.
Yep.
I appreciate you. I hope you know that. And I hope you can finally get some sleep. And when you wake up, please do me a favor and change those sheets behind you. They look a little crusty.
Oh, I will. Yeah, I'm off
All right.
tomorrow, so I'll watch
And
it
let me say this.
Don't sleep in your fun.
I'll say this while you're still here, and not say it when you leave. I'm a fan of yours, man. You again, like I said, you match my energy. When I was thinking of you're one of those people. When I was thinking of this show, I was like, hell no, I ain't having him on here. He's too crazy. So I just want to say, fight the good fight, man. Do your thing. This world wasn't made for everybody to like us. And so I'm just encouraging you to still be you. If you stay true to yourself, that's all it's about. And I literally tell Duncan the same thing, which is funny. And you kind of don't like him, but
if you ever want to know how to be an asshole, just look at Cowboy.
That's it. It's gotta be. I call myself. I'm a jerk, man.
I follow my own example, so if I ever want to find out what an asshole is like, I could just listen to myself talk. So it's okay.
I love it.
I mean, trust me.
All right, dude, go get some sleep, man. I'm dropping you off.
All right,
I'll talk
man.
to you soon. Later. All righty. Well, what a show.
Hey, why'd y'all
today,
almost
boys.
have me have that kid commit suicide? You know, if I would have whooped him, live in front of all these people on
It ain't that serious.
MK.
It ain't that serious. He's a big boy.
Listen.
He's got big boy pants.
I'm telling you, man.
Jeff, you look like you're about to go to sleep too.
No, I got
Hold up real quick.
I got a 45-minute drive home.
Oh wow.
You got a 45-minute drive home?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow. All right.
I got something for you news.
That moose is gonna move fast.
Jeff and Ryzak, do me a favor. Please go on YouTube. Go to
Mm-hmm.
YouTube Studio or click on your channel and go to customize channel. And please, for the love of God, add the section that says upcoming streams.
Okay.
It drives me crazy when I go to your channel and I like Ryzak. I went to yours because I wanted to add it to the Stadia Bash Community Network playlist. And I'm like, damn it, you don't have that. It drives like, dude, come on.
All right, I'll add it, man. I always go to the dashboard, and you guys can't go to my dashboard, so that's what the problem is. So
it's 2021, man. Let's get some upcoming stream.
Yeah. It is. All right, I'll do that for you. Jeff, do you want to start taking us out of here?
My fireworks has a copyright claim +1.
You stole somebody's fireworks. Sounds like. I can't see that. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, we can see it. Was there music in the background, Jeff?
There was. Because we were at an event, so yeah, they were playing.
That's all right. We were on Spectre Show the other night, and he was showing clips of the fight, and he got
I saw
booted
that.
right in the middle of
the stream just ended. It's like it came up and it said, stream violated something,
Right.
and I'm like,
and Ryzak actually did that to me once, so.
But that was worth it. It was totally worth it. I will do that again for you. So
I guess once they get situated at the new community they're moving to, I guess I'll have to do a stream with my parents every week. And just sit and do it. And you can listen to my dad tell stories.
You should. I would listen to your dad tell stories all night long. To be honest with you, I found that to be absolutely
cousin Larry,
fantastic.
as William calls him, because apparently William's cousin Larry looks exactly like my dad. He's told me that before. He's told me that before.
Nice.
You know what's cool, Jeff, is that your parents didn't have a problem speaking to everybody, and they made it entertaining. Your dad was just so open, and your mom.
That they enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I don't think they really understood where they are and what's going on.
Well, you can show it back to them later.
I will, and I'm going to have to download the clip and slice it all up. And
1-to-1.
Have you seen those? Have you seen those on the? I think they're on the Facebook where they have like pictures of old people, and they go, they say I'm 90, and what are your words? I was thinking of doing that since mom's 89, dad's 94. He is proud. He will tell anyone his age, even if you don't ask. You heard that earlier in the stream.
Yep.
Right. My mother, she won't tell you anything, but
I want to see you as an Uber driver with him as your co-pilot, and he's just the entertainment for the guests. That would be great.
He's got some stories, let me tell you.
Yes, I bet he does.
He wrote them. I have the PDFs of the book.
Sweet. Keep a hold of that stuff, man. That is just.
We had them printed, and years ago.
Should get him like a leather-bound one.
Years ago, he just wrote them out by hand. He also was doing something at the seniors where they were doing writing, and he gave my brother. He said, "Oh, this is all garbage. Can you just throw it out and burn it?" And my brother took it, not this one, my other brother, and they took it home and like, these are all stories Daddy wrote. So they typed them all up and then bound them all up and then gave them to everyone for Christmas. So I have one. All my kids have them.
That's cool.
My son has them all on his bookshelf.
Awesome,
so they'll have them for forever.
Where are you going to be the rest of the week?
Newsflash. I just noticed. I just hit 1,300 subscribers on YouTube. So they're ready to me.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Nobody asked.
I just noticed it. I was like, oh, look at that.
Jeff, where are you going to be the rest of the week?
Friday night, I'm continuing Devil May Cry 3 as part of my Halloween spooky season.
Nice.
Did you see me play them?
Why you didn't tell me that? So it's crazy. I was scrolling through YouTube and I was like, Jeff played Devil May Cry? Bro, that used to be my game. I want to watch you play Devil May Cry.
3.
The third installment.
Either way. I mean, they're all like
Dante's Awakening.
You play one Devil May Cry, you played them all. But the first one was the best. But
I only had that one. I wanted something spooky season like. That was the best I could come up with.
Really?
Yeah, that's all I had. That's the best I could come up with. And then I'll be back on Monday for a Stadia Bash community stream, and he's back.
I was going to say, I wrote by hand at first, and then there was no computer down the basement, and I was using capital letters only. I wasn't smart
That's how I
enough to
write.
use small ones with it, only capitals. And then when I got it all done, they had to decipher it from that to come up with a book for me.
So you
So-
made them work hard.
Well, yeah, well, it was tough. I could only use capital letters. I wasn't smart enough to use both and keep going. You know what I mean?
Oh,
But I
my
got it
goodness.
done.
You got it
No,
done.
yes, you
Hey, that's
did.
all that matters. You got it done.
On my 90th birthday, they gave me the first book that was done. And my 91st birthday, my second book that I had done on my birthday. It presented to me on my birthday.
Jeff, can you get your dad a cowboy hat?
I was gonna say I'm gonna make you a deal. You get to the 100th birthday and we're gonna party. How about that?
I'll be thankful if I get a third book out. If I have enough memory to do that.
The month before his 90th birthday, we're all sitting around, and he goes, "So when are we having my 90th birthday party?"
Hey, he wanted it twice.
And
Wasn't
so
enough.
we had a 90th birthday party because he wanted one.
There you go. Hey.
That's it.
Oh my goodness.
That's it. All right, that's all I got. So, yeah, Friday night-
Star of the
Friday night
show tonight,
giveaway
right
thing.
there. Your
Star
dad
of the
and your
show
mom.
right there.
That's it.
That's right.
My mother's on the phone, but there you go. Do you want to say
You're-
goodbye to the internet?
Yeah, goodbye.
You're welcome back anytime, sir.
Yeah, I gave you a title a while ago. It's not much of a title. It's something.
That's okay. We'll take it. We'll take
Definitely.
it.
Thank you.
Anthony, go ahead. Where are you going to go? Where are you going to be?
I'll be doing
keep it within 3 minutes, please.
All right, cool. I'll be doing the Sandy and Anthony show tonight, guys, at 9 p.m. Eastern. My wife and I, we got something different planned tonight. So if you show up, you seen last week we actually went to the diner. So we took you guys in the car to the diner and we ate and came back home. Or maybe that was the week before. Well, I don't remember. But anyway, we got something special tonight. And just follow I'm going to the movies tomorrow. So I'll be seeing Halloween Kills. So this Sunday, I'll have Big Mike, Little Ant, spoiler discussion for Halloween Kills. And then all my other programming, just turn on my channel at 5 p.m. Eastern every day, and I got live content.
Awesome. Well, I can't thank you both enough for the show today. It was, I would argue,
cool.
Maybe our best show.
Maybe it was very diverse, man.
Dude, we had 4 guests. How can you go wrong when you have 4 guests? I can't hear you, Jeff. You muted if you're talking to me.
6 guests.
6. Oh, your brother too.
Well, no, because okay. Yes, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, Cole the Stadium.
No, that's awesome. Yeah, Cult to Stadia. I want to give him a huge shout out for coming on. I know he had some mic issues in the beginning, but he was persistent and he got it figured out. And then he had to go make that grind and get that pizza money, baby. Stadium money. So thank you for showing up. Thanks for reaching out to us and asking. Foremost, thank you so much for coming on. Always enjoy talking with you. I definitely always love what you have to say. I am going to be up at 8 o'clock. We are going to be doing Dead by Daylight. If you got the game and you got the time, jump on in and let's play a few rounds. It's going to be a good time for the Throwdown Thursday. And then I will see you Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central on Retro Rewind. Jeff, who's the guest?
We have, I think I shouted her out before. She's a Canadian. She's a Canadian retro gamer and collector, Pam.
Yep.
And then we have another guy, Mickey Loves Retro. So 2 big names in the retro community are joining us this week. It's going to be quite awesome.
It is.
And I think the craziest thing is Ryzak said it with certainty. You could catch me on Sunday at Retro Rewind. I'm like,
we never know. We never know week to week if we're going to have.
I already told them in the Retro Rewind chat that I'm going to be there, and if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do my best to do it. So I got it all worked out. It's going to be great. But
nice.
I will see you in a little bit. I will see you Sunday. I hope you all have a great rest of your weeks. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much to Jeff's parents for stopping by and their words of wisdom. What fantastic people, what fantastic parents you have, Jeff. That is super, super cool. Thank you to everybody that showed up in the chat and watched this show. I'm going to take us out with that intro, and we will see you soon. No yes men. Later.